Working on the new Amazon distribution center. The goal is to get items to your door quicker. The building is at the corner of Davis and Collier Boulevard. Consumer goods will go to the property, then be sorted and organized and stocked by employees for sale. 3 people from Fort Myers are dead after a crash hundreds of miles away. The Texas Department of Public Safety says 50-year-old Timothy Mankin and passengers Brittany Triglia and Maria Triglia also died. Investigators say they hit the back of a semi on December 9th. Police raided Uptown Motors on Edward Street in Fort Myers. Police department says it started with a violation of improperly stored diesel fuel, but code enforcement found multiple parts of 2 stolen semi-trucks. So far, no arrests have been made. An attempted break-in turned deadly when a man was killed by a heavy stormproof window as he was trying to climb inside a home. The homeowners say the window has a broken spring. The Lee County Sheriff's Office says when 32-year-old Jonathan Hernandez tried to crawl in it, it came down with incredible force, leaving Hernandez hanging in the air, where he was later found dead. I'm Lindsay Sablon with Wink News.
Wink News traffic.
There's a crash at MLK Boulevard and Evans Avenue, shutting down northbound lanes of Evans. Also westbound shut down at MLK starting from Cranford. If you're heading west, go ahead and stick to Michigan Avenue. Heading north, stick to Fowler. That's your up-to-the-minute traffic. I'm Sabrina Katz. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
80 degrees for your Wednesday as eventually we do become breezy, clouds and sunshine with an opportunity for some scattered rain by late this afternoon and primarily into this evening. Could even see a few showers hanging around overnight into Thursday morning before we do dry out. And you will feel that drier air for your beautiful and sunny Friday as we do start with some 40s, highs in the 60s by the afternoon, 70s, but looking fantastic with a mixture of sun and clouds for the weekend. With Wink News, I'm meteorologist Matt Devitt, Weather Authority.
Wink News at the top and bottom of the hour.
92.5 Fox News, making Southwest Florida great every day. 92.5 Fox News.
Get the best sleep of your life. Helix makes personalized mattresses to fit your unique body type and sleep preferences. Go to helixsleep.com and get up to $200 off mattress orders.
So, Dave, what if your water heater dies?
Oh, man. No hot water? Helen's gonna lose it. Probably be the last straw for her.
No, wait a minute.
She'll have a lawyer before I even know what's happening.
Dave.
Splitting up our stuff, the kids.
Dave.
And I'm stuck trying to sell half a house with no water heater.
Dave, get a hold of yourself.
What?
So, what's the best case scenario?
Well, okay. Best case? All right. I make one phone call. Somebody's here today, gets it fixed up, no mess, no problem. Helen doesn't even know it happened.
That's best?
Well, sure, but...
That's best. Best Home Services. They have 4 plumbing trucks on standby right now, waiting for something to go wrong at your house.
Right now?
Right now.
My water heater's fine, right?
It's fine. For now.
Oh, man.
When something goes wrong, we're waiting.
No lawyers?
You're good.
True relief for back and neck pain. Here at Johnston Spinal Care 596 Back, we focus on back and neck related conditions like stenosis, sciatica, neuropathy, and bulging discs that can cause weakness, numbness, or pain. Being an innovator in non-surgical techniques, I have developed unique and extremely effective spinal decompression protocols for overcoming these chronic and debilitating conditions that don't involve any medications or surgery. This 3-step VAX-D spinal decompression approach uses a patented computerized table that decompresses the spine to gently remove pressure off pinched nerves and increase blood circulation to the area. For young or old, and so comfortable that most patients almost fall asleep while on the table. No hanging upside down. With this award-winning technology, back and neck pain can be a thing of the past. We always offer a no-obligation consultation and free x-rays to see if you're a candidate. Johnston Spinal Care. We're here for you. Call 596-BACK. 596-BACK. That's 596-2225.
Dell Technologies' end-of-year sale is the perfect time to upgrade tech for your business. Save big on the latest computers powered by Intel Core processors for your small business. And don't forget to shop servers, storage, and thousands of top-brand electronics, all with free shipping. Call a Dell Technologies advisor who can help you find the right tech for your business needs at 877-ASK-DELL. That's 877-ASK-DELL.
Carolers! That's the holiday spirit. Speaking of which, Simply Safe Home Security is having a huge holiday sale. Right now, you can get 35% off the new system and a free camera at simplysafe.com/holiday. That's 35% off the system U.S. News named the best of 2020. Simply Safe protects your whole home 24/7 with monitoring by professionals. The sale ends soon, so go to simplysafe.com/holiday for 35% off and a free camera today.
From 92.5 Fox News.
It's the stuff Southwest Florida is talking about.
It's Daybreak. Now, here's the guy at the epicenter of what's important to those of us who live in Southwest Florida. Drew Steele.
Well, good morning, Southwest Florida. Glad you're here. 239-479-5592 is the talk and text line. We stream live each and every day as long as they allow us to on YouTube. Drew Steele Radio. Steele has 3 E's. I know I constantly remind you of that. And people appreciate it because, well, you know, you never know. 1 E, 2 E's, 3 E's. Is there such thing? I don't know. Jake the Millennial. Is there such thing as a Steele with 1 E? That would be really weird.
Yeah, if you were to take something.
If you were to what?
To take something? Isn't that how you spell steal? S-T-E-A-L?
You know what? You see, you said to me, as we were getting ready for the show this morning, you said to me that you're not sure about your clarity on this Wednesday, and you were concerned about that and you know, being aware and everything, and you nailed it. I didn't even think about that. Steele, S-T-E-A-L, does have 1 E, although that's not my name, or I'm not close to that. I'm not into stealing anything like elections or anything like that. We leave that for other people, and you know, we don't want to get too crazy, but I mean...
Hey, Esther!
All right, easy. Back off. So good for you. See? So just when you think Jake doesn't have any clarity, all of a sudden he shocks and surprises you, but let's not get carried away. What's the old expression? Even a broken clock tells the right time twice a day? Or every squirrel finds something underneath a Christmas tree? All right, as we move on, we've got a lot of news to talk about this morning, as you can imagine. Mitch McConnell is... one of the good things about Mitch McConnell is he's consistent. I mean, just when you thought, you know, there might be some kind of breakthrough where Mitch McConnell might actually care about conservatives and the like, you know, he doesn't stop surprising or not, urging GOP senators to refrain from objecting to electoral votes when it comes time to count them in Congress next month. Making the remarks on a caucus call on Tuesday, he formally recognized Biden and Harris as president-elect and vice president-elect on Tuesday. Apparently, he told colleagues that an objection, quote, isn't in the best interest of everybody. This is the Hill. Now, I'm assuming that is the case because that is very Mitch McConnell-esque. So does that mean that even if we are to move forward with some of the electoral college issues that we're hearing about, you know, the different states that are the GOP and the electors being split in places like Michigan, who's split between the Republican and Democrat electors. And we have states like Pennsylvania and Georgia and others that also are sending Republican electors there to D.C. The questions as to whether or not there's a possibility that it may end up in Congress. So is Mitch McConnell telling us, hey, don't even bother bringing anything here? Is that what we're supposed to get? So just remember that I'm only bringing this up in a short amount of time here because, number one, it's Mitch McConnell. I don't really want to keep going on about Mitch McConnell because Mitch McConnell's Mitch McConnell, and you all know about who he is and who he is not. And the other thing is this, that we're still having to deal with the same people and the same nonsense and the same frustrations that we were dealing with for the 4 years of the president's administration and the administration before that, and the administration before that. I mean, we can go on and on, but some things are not going to change. I'm just, you know, if you're looking for heroes in Washington, D.C., outside of the president of the United States, who doesn't give many more hits, if you know what I'm saying, when it comes to what you think, yeah, you might be. It might be a long look on the heels of what we're told is Congress getting together, and they're close to a coronavirus deal. The questions begin to be asked, and hopefully you're asking the same questions. GOP Democrat COVID-19 packages, these bailouts that we continue to hear about, not focusing on the American people like the governor does, the people of the state like the governor does, those in the hospitality restaurant industry whose lives are being destroyed by policies outside of the state, and how the numbers don't match up with the politicians and what they are doing when it comes to shutdowns. That we're told now GOP and Democrats getting together for this new line of bailouts for, according to Breitbart, defense contractors, but excludes stimulus checks for Americans. You know, the bottom line when it comes to stimulus is, are you doing the right thing? Are we doing the right thing as a country? Are we doing the right thing as a state? And are other states doing the right thing when it comes to the numbers, the real numbers that are out there, what we know as opposed to what we knew back in March, the difference, the fact that we have the COVID vaccines that are rolling out. And, you know, we're told 14 days to stop the spread until it was 214 days to stop the spread. We're told, listen, we got to come up with a vaccine. Here you go, Operation Warp Speed vaccine. Hey, listen, you still got to wear masks in 2021. And I mean, you know, the COVID vaccines don't appear to be impacted by changes in the virus. And so that's Alex Azar said that all of these questions, people, again, are we allowed to ask about the hardcore numbers that we have, that we know, the data, the science that the left and people here, even locally, continue to want to scream about? And quite honestly, the answer is no. And there are going to be very few people that are going to make that case to you, but I will, because I read the numbers. I read these charts. I see a lot of the charts. Jennifer Cabrera from the Alachua Chronicle, as you know, she's been on this program many times. She has a great Twitter feed, and she has been culminating and culling all of these numbers and stats and data from all different kinds of places and people. And is the suggestion of shutdowns that we're hearing outside of the state of Florida, in places like New York, justified? And the answer is no. And I'll explain in just a minute. Again, 239-479-5592 is the talk and text line. Also, some other things we're going to talk about is Kayleigh McEnany, and when she was in front of the press yesterday, pretty much laying out a lot of what we're not hearing from the press. And when we don't hear stories from the press, it almost appears as if 100% of the time, when you don't hear it from the press, then they're helping to tamp down a story that they don't want the American people to know about. That's just a fact. So she brought that up yesterday, Eric Swalwell. Why is it that you all are not doing anything about reporting on this? How is this a non-issue? It's not a non-issue. But again, I hate to bring all of these things up, and people are saying to themselves, and you may be saying to yourself right now, great, Drew, all you're doing is feeding the pipeline. We already know about this. You're preaching to the choir. What do we do? How do we stop all of this? And you're not giving us answers on the other side. And, you know, first it starts with information. Then it starts with understanding what is being said and what's being done. Cementing that. And then we can talk about some of the solutions, because there are solutions to everything. All of it. That will be something that won't be involve tearing down statues and tearing down monuments and destroying and looting and doxing and the like. All right, so Governor DeSantis yesterday, and I can tell you that there are a lot of people, especially locally in the media and throughout the state, that mash their teeth together. It's gnash their teeth. Mash? Okay. They're going like this. They hate the governor. They hated the governor from day one. They don't like anybody that appreciates Donald Trump as president of the United States and sides with the president. They don't like that person. And we've got an election that starts right now. The 2022 race started already. It's underway as we speak. Make no mistake that the governor's race in the state of Florida starts right now. And so when you hear the media going after the governor, you're going to have to get used to hearing a lot of that because it's coming. When you start to hear things like, why are we still open? What are we doing here? All these other states, it's horrible, the amount of cases that are going up, and we've got to do something about it. And look at what New York is doing. Well, let's look at what New York is doing in just a second. Here's Governor Ron DeSantis yesterday, who was at the Okeechobee Steakhouse, who just wanted to let everybody know that, restaurant workers, we care about you, and we understand that you need to be open.
Even if you think that it's more than just 1.4%, the appropriate response to that is to inform people about situations where you may have, a higher risk, not to shut down. Let individuals make decisions about what they're comfortable doing. I can tell you, we've worked with these folks across Florida, and I know Okeechobee's no different. They put every effort to creating a safe environment and a healthy environment. They're not going to get customers unless they do that, and I know that that's what they've done.
That's right. Restaurants have gone well above and beyond the call to make sure that the restaurants are safe, to make sure that, listen, you have that choice. You don't want to go to a restaurant? Don't go. Don't go. But allow them to open up and allow them to do business and allow them to feed their families and allow them to pay their mortgages, allow them to be able to do these things. And for those that have a question about the numbers, again, we'll get to that in just a second, but good for the governor. And thank God we have this governor in our state to say things like, listen, we stand with you. We understand what's going on.
We're coming up on Christmas. It's an important time of year for a lot of people. And we just want to let people know, if you're somebody who's working hard, you're a worker in one of these industries, we're standing with you 100%. We know what you've done. We know you've sacrificed, but we also know how much these jobs mean to you and how much these industries mean to the state of Florida.
Yeah, you better believe it. I wonder if you hear like Bill de Blasio in New York and Fredo Cuomo's brother out there, the governor of New York. I wonder if you hear the same kind of talk and solidarity with the people working and families and those that are trying to have a nice Christmas and pay the bills and the mortgages. Do you hear this? Yeah, the answer is no. You don't hear anything like that. There's no sympathetic even bone in some of these people's bodies, you think to yourself, because they know what the numbers are.
Really, really think the folks in this industry work very hard. And I think that they've had to go through a lot of uncertainty. We've obviously really put a priority on making sure that they had the right to put food on the table for their families, but also just understanding that the evidence at this point does not show that restaurants are a significant draw. It doesn't mean it can't happen. Obviously, when you're contact tracing and you find some, that's fine, but that could happen just as much in a home or anywhere else.
Yeah, that's right. How dare the governor say this? I can hear the gnashing of teeth right now. I can hear people pulling out their hair. I can hear people getting frustrated. How dare the governor of the state of Florida say anything like that? What do you mean restaurants and the numbers? And we don't see the kind of numbers as restaurants as a main driver of COVID cases. How dare he say, do you have the evidence? I don't hear any evidence like that. I'm listening to all the mainstream media and local outlets, and I don't hear anything like that. You can't even prove to me. Oh, wait, this just in. Hey, I got some proof. Yeah, what about New York? What about what New York's doing? They're shutting down gyms and haircutters and bars and restaurants, and they're shutting down pretty much everything because, people that are communists like control over people. Hey, did I say that out loud? Yeah, it almost feels that way with de Blasio and Cuomo. You know what I'm saying. Okay, not too far off. Taking people's freedoms and prosperity and liberty away is like something that, I don't know, they soak it up and drink it in like a fine wine. Okay. Statistics from New York. Who wants to shut it all down? What are the statistics? They're closing down bars and restaurants, but you do realize in New York, 1.43% of the cases can be traced to bars and restaurants. Hair salons, they're shutting those down. Yeah, 0.14% of cases go to hair salons in New York. Gyms, 0.06% of cases can be traced. Churches and religious houses, which there are severe restrictions, 0.69%. Teachers and other school employees, 1.5%. College students, 2.02%. Travelers in and out of the state, 1.6%. I can go on. So where are all these cases? 74% of the cases happen in private homes and gatherings, which you have, as liberty-loving individuals in this country, the ability to decide whether or not you want to do this in your own home, or whether or not you want to have people in your own home, or whether or not you have elderly relatives that are at risk and you want to keep them safe, and making these decisions. So follow the logic here of people like de Blasio and Cuomo and local media outlets and local crazy politicians and the ones that say, listen, I'm a nonpartisan here in the state of Florida. I am a nonpartisan seat. And all you see all day long is their Facebook posts about how they hate Trump and hate the governor and love the teachers unions and hate school, any school that isn't a public school. And they go on and on and on. You know they exist. They're out there. So what's going on here? 74% of the cases occur in those places. So follow the logic. Your liberal friends and the crazies in this town, and the media that gets crazy in this town, and the media that gets crazy across the country, and love de Blasio and Cuomo and people like them, want to take you out of the places that have the 0.69, the 1.6, the 0.14, the 1.43 amount of cases. They want to take you out of those environments and force you to be in an environment that has the 74% cases. Does that make sense? Does that make sense to anybody? How do you square that circle? How do you right that wrong? How do you wrap your arms around? How do you I don't know, make up any expression you want? How do you do that? You do that because you're drunk with power, because you refuse to follow the evidence, the science, and the data that you claim is so important. Because see the last part of what I just mentioned. I mean, is that it? Because none of the evidence would show what you're doing is the right thing to do. None of the evidence is showing in any of the numbers and the charts, and you can go all day long, that Florida is somewhere near the top of cases and deaths and spread and across the country. It's not even close to being the case. So good for the governor, good for us. But there's another side to this too. And we're going to take a break right now. And when we come back from the break, there's something else that's going on that's really important. And I wanted to bring this up this morning because I know there are a lot of people that are trying to understand how we keep this. How do we keep this governor and this legislature, a lot of people in the legislature in Tallahassee, and how do we keep this momentum going? And what could derail it? And who are the individuals? And how will it be that Florida can flip blue? Texas flip blue. States that you already know what Democrats are willing to do to win an election. What else are they going to do? What else would they be willing to do to kind of make it happen under the radar? And next thing you know, you wake up and everything's changed. When you hear about it, it may seem very obvious. And it's scary, but we have to keep an eye on it. I'll talk about that coming up. 239-479-5592 is the talk and text line. It's Daybreak 92.5. Fox News right all along.
This is 92.5 Fox News.
This Fox News Business Report is presented by Big Island Builders, whose reputation for quality homes at a fair price is unsurpassed in Naples.
I'm Maria Bartiromo, and this is the Fox Business Report. The Dow finished up Tuesday by about 338 points, the S&P up 47, the NASDAQ up by 155. General Motors is pouring $70 million into its Tonawanda truck plant in upstate New York. The company says it's been struggling to keep up with demand for trucks. One U.S. senator thinks some companies should give out their products for free to help keep people home during the pandemic.
Independent Senator Angus King of Maine has written a letter to the executives of Netflix, Amazon Prime, Apple, and Warner Media, asking that all streaming services temporarily remove any cost considerations for current non-subscribers as a public service to Americans. Senator King says dealing with this pandemic requires a whole-of-society effort. No comment from the media companies yet. John Saucier, Fox News.
That's your Fox Business Report. I'm Jill Nato, invested in you.
Is the cost of finishing the basement worth the benefit of some peace and quiet?
When questions find you, Merrill Edge Self-Directed Investing can help you find answers with personalized planning tools and insights to help you get where you want to go, even if it's just downstairs. Merrill, a Bank of America company. Visit merrilledge.com/withinreach to get started today.
Investing involves risk. Merrill Lynch, Pierce, Fenner & Smith Incorporated. Registered broker-dealer, member SIPC. Investment products are not FDIC insured or not bank guaranteed and may lose value.
Drive the lefties at work crazy with the facts. Get up to speed. Mornings with Drew Steve.
92.5 Fox News. Right, all along. Christmas is around the corner, and the deals at the Diamond District are only beginning. Now through Christmas, visit Jason and Todd at the Diamond District and save up to 50% off beautiful diamond earrings, stunning diamond rings, bracelets, necklaces, and more.
At the Diamond District.
Hey, it's Drew Steele, and we've got my friend Dave Meister, owner of the Floor Meisters in Naples, on the phone. And Dave, I got to tell you, the selection of floor coverings of Floor Meisters, unbelievable, fantastic. I've seen it myself, and the choices are there. But what we really want to talk about today is this Dreamweaver line of carpets. Talk about it.
I'll tell you what, Drew, this is the hottest thing since 5-buckle overshoes. We're just selling the heck out of it. Comes in 9 different patterns, 12 colors to a pattern. It has 8 warranties, and it even includes steps. The stain warranty will take care of wine, mud, and even pet accidents. So this is perfect for Jake.
Yeah, perfect for Jake, and perfect for me, and perfect for you, too. If you haven't been to the Floor Meisters, really owe it to yourself to visit their store, see their selection of Dreamweaver carpets. It's there at 6281 Naples Boulevard, next to Costco. And whether it's carpet, tile, laminate, or hardwood flooring, they have it all. So give them a call today at 239-596-4964 or on the web at floormeisters.com.
At Mr. Sparky, we're America's on-time electrician. We all count on our home's electrical outlets to provide us the power we need when we need it. But sometimes an overloaded circuit can lead to a blown outlet. So leave it to the pros at Mr. Sparky. We'll get it done right and get it done safely. Call now for $70 off any electrical repair.
You don't have to put up with any malarkey. Call 888.
Limitations and restrictions may apply. Independently owned and operated. Licensed in the respective state or county.
Hi, this is John Lawrence with CGU Homes, residential contractor in Southwest Florida. As a Naples native, my childhood is full of memories, from fishing the backwaters of the Everglades to helping my dad with home improvement projects. Today, I have the pleasure of watching my kids grow up, enjoying the same way of life. At CGU Homes, we understand building a home is more than drawings and budgets. It's about building lifelong memories for you and your family. I've been in the residential construction industry for over 20 years and have had the luxury of handpicking my team. When it comes to my team, I look for passion, innovation, and trustworthiness. You can trust CGU Homes to build with honesty and transparency through every step of the building process. So when you're ready to start a new chapter for your family, whether it's remodeling your existing home or building a brand new one, I invite you to see some of our past projects and learn more about us at cguhomes.com. That's cguhomes.com. And God bless the USA.
Water is life in Southwest Florida. It drives our economy from tourism to fishing to boating and quality of life. This is Adam Botana from Baywater Exclusive Boat Club, and we talk water for an hour every weekend on Fox News Radio. We feature guests on water quality, water safety, and water fun, including great boating day trips and tips on fishing. Join us this Saturday at 7 a.m. for the Baywater Exclusive Boat Club Hour with Adam Botana on 92.5 Fox News.
At FindMark, our commitment to clients goes far beyond managing wealth. We have a genuine interest in understanding our clients' lives, their families, and dreams for the future. It's doing what's right and being there every step of the journey. It requires time to learn what matters most. But at FindMark, we believe the better we know you, the better we can serve you. Visit us at our locations in Fort Myers, Naples, Bonita Springs, and Estero, or online at findmarkbank.com.
News. I'm Chris Foster. Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell says the Electoral College vote was it for him, and Joe Biden is the president-elect. He has now reached out.
I called him to thank him for the congratulations. Told him, although we disagree on a lot of things, there's things we can work together on.
Pete Buttigieg is joining the president-elect today in Wilmington, Delaware, to be announced as Transportation Secretary nominee. House Republican leaders are asking that California Democrat Eric Swalwell be removed from the House Intelligence Committee. Fox's Rich Edson.
Last week, Axios reported suspected Chinese intelligence agent Christine Fang targeted Swalwell when he was a city councilman, interacting with him at multiple events over several years, fundraising for his 2014 congressional re-election campaign, and helping place at least one intern in his office.
That story says Swalwell cut off contact with that woman in 2015 after being warned by the FBI. America's listening to Fox News.
Now, this is a Wink News update.
I'm Lindsay Sablon with Wink News. There is a new red tide bloom near Lighthouse Beach Park on Sanibel. A bit of good news, the city says they have not seen dead fish wash up. Executive Valet, which is near Southwest International Airport, is now called Park Smart. They lost their lease on that property because of the pandemic. Those whose cars were parked at Executive Valet can now pick them up from Park Smart, which is on Global Parkway. Police raided Uptown Motors on Edward Street in Fort Myers. Police department says it started with a violation of improperly stored diesel fuel, but code enforcement found multiple parts of 2 stolen semi-trucks. So far, no arrests have been made. An attempted break-in turned deadly when a man was killed by a heavy stormproof window as he was trying to climb inside a home. The homeowners say the window has a broken spring. The Lee County Sheriff's Office says when 32-year-old Jonathan Hernandez tried to crawl in it, it came down with incredible force, leaving Hernandez hanging in the air, where he was later found dead. I'm Lindsay Sablon with Wink News.
Wink News traffic.
A crash at the intersection of MLK Boulevard and Evans Avenue involving an FMPD cruiser and another vehicle is shutting down this intersection. You will have to stick to Michigan Avenue as the best alternate if you're heading east and west. If you're heading north, you cannot head north to MLK on Evans. You'll need to stick to Fowler. Also, we're slowing down on Bremen heading west of US 41 to McGregor. In North Cape Coral, the traffic is slow on Tropicana heading west of Pine Island for a quarter mile as well. Also, northbound delays building on Oasis heading north to Gleason. That's your up-to-the-minute traffic. I'm Sabrina Katz. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
80 degrees for your Wednesday as eventually we do become breezy, clouds and sunshine with an opportunity for some scattered rain by late this afternoon and primarily into this evening. Could even see a few showers hanging around overnight into Thursday morning before we do dry out. And you will feel that drier air for your beautiful and sunny Friday as we do start with some 40s, highs in the 60s by the afternoon, 70s, but looking fantastic with a mixture of sun and clouds for the weekend. With Wink News, I'm meteorologist Matt Devitt, Weather Authority.
Wink News at the top and bottom of the hour.
Get more than what the internet tells you. Get up to speed on The Drive with Trey Radel. Weekdays 5 to 7.
92.5 Fox News. Right. If you are a man in this situation, you should consider contacting Cordell & Cordell, who has helped men navigate complex family legal issues for 30 years. Visit us at CordellCordell.com to learn more.
Contact Cordell & Cordell to schedule an appointment with one of our firm's Miami area attorneys. Online at CordellCordell.com. Se habla español. Legal services available in English and Spanish. Cordell & Cordell, Miami, Florida. Lisa Carges, Florida resident partner. Announcers are not licensed attorneys.
This holiday season, give the most eternal, unique gift of the year. Name a star after someone. I'm Rocky Moselle with International Star Registry. For $54 and a call to 800-282-3333 or visit starregistry.com, we'll name a star after anyone on your gift list. The star name will be recorded in book form in the U.S. Copyright Office, and we will send an incredible personalized gift package. Call the Star Registry 800-282-3333 or visit starregistry.com for the gift that shines forever.
Are you ready for the very best? Hello, I'm Sheila Zellers, owner of Genesis of Naples, and I invite you to experience the luxury, safety, and satisfaction of driving a new Genesis. Leading in luxury year after year, Genesis is the highest-ranked luxury brand in initial quality 4 years in a row by J.D. Power and received the industry's premier safety ratings. Right now, you can finance the new 2020 G70 with 0% APR or experience the power, intelligence, and efficiency the all-new 2021 G80 offers, a car that automatically adjusts to match your driving style. Looking for elegance? Take it to new heights in the all-new 2021 G90 for effortless performance and precise handling, and brand new to our lineup, the new 2021 Genesis GV80, the new face of young luxury and the first ever SUV for Genesis, in stock and arriving daily. Visit Genesis of Naples on Airport Road or online at genesisofnaples.com.
All offers with approved credit on select models. For J.D. Power 2020 award info, visit jdpower.com.
Welcome to the world of smart floors. Be inspired by Naples' newest and best floor gallery with the highest quality of floor coverings. Smart Floors is celebrating the opening of their new location next to Home Goods in the Park Shore Plaza. For the best in carpet, ceramic tile, hardwood, and luxury vinyl, let Smart Floors inspire you. Visit smartfloorsusa.com.
When shopping for new floor, we stand for so much more. Smart service, smart prices, smart floors.
Hi, I'm Roger Lawley, founder of the If I Can Dream Foundation. As a young boy growing up in Pine Island, I always remember the closeness of the community that this time of year brings. With all of the negativity in the world, it's important to remember the good. How we have pulled together as a community and a nation to lift one another on countless occasions in times of need. Here's to wishing that the Christmas spirit lasts throughout 2020 and beyond. From our family to yours, Merry Christmas.
This is 92.5 Fox News.
Stay break, 92.5 Fox News, 239-479-5592. Man, everybody's stressed out these days. The stress level is gone to 11. I mean, if you're familiar with Spinal Tap, anybody? I'm on an island. Jake the Millennial, Spinal Tap. But these go to 11. Do you have any idea what I'm talking about?
Is it like a procedure?
No, it's not a procedure. It's the amplifier. Do you even know what's... No, Spinal Tap is... It's a movie. It's a fictional rock band that they... You have no idea about the movie.
Crank it up to 11?
Yes, but kind of sort of like that. I wish I had the audio in front of me. But as the joke goes, they're doing this parody. What do you call that? Where they go around. There's an imaginary band called Spinal Tap, and they travel with the band, and they do what do you call those when you're hanging around with the band, and they're if you were going around with your favorite group and you were filming them, and not a what? No, not a biography. You'd call it a... Why am I drawing a blank? Somebody help me. Not a biography. It's a...
No.
Oh, gosh. No, like, you're doing a...
biopic?
I guess you can call it that. Somebody will text. Somebody's got to help me. 239-479-5592. No, it's a... So it's an imaginary group, and they go around and they follow this imaginary band, and all of these silly things happen. Documentary, thank you. It's a documentary, right? A fake documentary. They called it a mockumentary because it was having fun. And the band had an amplifier, and the guy with the amplifier, it was a regular Marshall amp, and all the knobs went to 11. And he said, we are the loudest band in the world, and this is how we do it because every knob goes to 11. So when we want that extra kick, we're at 10, and we can't go. A lot of other bands can't go any further, and so what we do is we have this 11. So when we want that extra push over the cliff, like with the loudness, we just go to 11. And so the Rob Reiner plays the documentary guy following the band along, and he says, well, couldn't you just make 9 the highest, and then if you needed to push it over the edge, you could go to 10 and make that the top. And the guy in the band says, well, but these amps go to 11. That's where the joke came from. Crank it up to 11. Yeah, it's okay, right. Well, anyway, the point is cranking it up to 11 and cranking the stress level up. Man, did you hear this Tom Cruise audio? I mean, I don't know how many people are big Tom Cruise fans out there.
Sounded fake.
You think it's a fake?
Probably not. I'm just
okay. So Tom Cruise apparently lost it. The Mission Impossible crew violated COVID protocols, and Tom Cruise just goes absolutely ballistic on these guys, and somebody decided to record it. Tom Cruise is flipping out. No, this is real. Apparently, according to all the sources, this is real audio.
You're back here in Hollywood making movies right now because of us. Because they believe in us and what we're doing. And they're looking at us and using us to make their movies. We are creating thousands of jobs. I don't ever want to see it again. Ever. And if you don't do it, you're fired. And anyone on this crew does it. That's it. And you too. And you too. That's it. No apologies.
No, let's just put it this way. It gets worse. There's a lot of F-bombs, and if I see you doing it again, you're going to get fired. And he just snapped because they broke COVID protocols. And he's like, we're the ones that are holding up the industry. And don't you understand all of these people out of work? And if we don't get this right, then there's going to be people out of jobs. And so, yeah, he just snapped. A lot of stress when it comes to COVID and shutting down. And, I would love to see that same kind of passion from Tom Cruise yelling at crew members, violating COVID protocols. I would love to see that same kind of passion from Hollywood opening up California, right? Opening up bars and restaurants, and where's the evidence, and what are you doing, and the families that are being destroyed. Can Tom Cruise do that too? Or is it just with Hollywood and those crew members? It should be everybody. I don't know, I'm just throwing that out. Maybe that's too much to ask, and it's a whole completely different thing. I don't know. I just hear everybody getting really emotional, and we can appreciate that, right? The emotion of the moment and how jobs are on the line, and when your job is on the line, you get emotional. It's like if you're a restaurant worker and you get emotional because your job's on the line, and you have a governor who understands that and wants the business to be open, as opposed to California, New York, and other states that shut them down, and the evidence would show that numerically it doesn't fit. The shutting down doesn't fit the spread of what we're being told about. When 74% of the spread in New York is happening in private residences and social gatherings, and then we find out that 1.4% is actually happening in the restaurants themselves. Like the numbers don't match up. 1.43% of the cases could be traced to restaurants and bars. And how does that make sense? And the one thing that we have to worry about here in the state of Florida is this. And it's going to relate to something that's happening locally, too, because I got to tell you, I'm frustrated, and I don't know if anybody else has noticed this. And if you would do me a favor right now, because I'm going to kind of put two together. I'm going to put something that's happening locally in with something that is happening nationally that could be happening here in the state of Florida. Follow me for a second here. I'm sorry, I'm not chasing squirrels here. I'm just trying to get some opinions on this. Understand that the way that the state of Florida will change, the way that the will of the people of the state of Florida will change, and you can see it happening now, is not going to be that more Democrats are going to come out and vote in the state of Florida for different policies than Republicans that are going to come out for the policies of, let's say, this governor who's done an amazing job, who's been really good, and where we stand with COVID, where we stand pre-COVID with the economy, and how jobs have been able to come back, and how people have been able to live their lives better than in other states. We see all of this. Democrats don't want any part of that. They would like the exact opposite. They would like the state of Florida to become more like New York and California. But how are they going to accomplish that if you continue to have all the positive things happening out of Tallahassee and you have a governor that people like? And remember, there are people locally and around the state that hate the governor, but they hate him for all the wrong reasons. They're going to hate him because he's a Republican. They're going to hate him because he's conservative. They're going to hate him because he is somebody who has supported the president. And so by default, that's a big one. But how does it change? How does the state of Florida change? And I want you to call me now, 239-479-5592. And I don't know if you've noticed this more now than ever. I don't know about Naples. I don't know about Estero. But I know about Fort Myers. Has anybody noticed all the panhandling that is happening every single day on every single street corner for the past 6 months, and the increase on every corner in Lee County? Is it just me? Jake, have you noticed that? You can't go to a major intersection anymore without having somebody panhandling.
Yes, actually, I have seen them very frequently.
It's unbelievable how many there are. I've lived in this town for 34 years. I've only left once, and that was to Salt Lake City for that year, 2016 to 2017. But other than that, I've seen it all. I've never seen as many people panhandling in Southwest Florida as I've seen recently. And I don't know what's happening in Naples. And maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's just the area that I'm in or the places that I drive. But I don't know if you've noticed the same thing. 239-479-5592. I don't think it's out of control yet, but man, every single street corner. Now, I don't know if it's Naples as well. I don't know if it's Estero, but Lee County, I'm just telling you. In Fort Myers, South Fort Myers, North Fort Myers. Now, you're saying to yourself, well, it's the economy. There's a lot of people that are out of work. There are a lot of people that are struggling. And so this is what's happened. Is it? I'm trying not to, I'm not being cynical. I'm just asking because certainly all of us would be concerned about someone who needed work, someone who needed to pay the bills, someone who has resorted to this as a last resort to support themselves. I get that. But I don't know if that's what this is. And I'm just telling you from somebody who has a year's worth of experience in a major metropolitan city in this country, Salt Lake City, that is a very liberal city. I'm just telling you right now that when you start to open the gates to individuals who believe that this is a safe haven and a place to come to be able to do this kind of thing, you're asking for trouble. Because I'm just telling you that the homeless issue in Salt Lake City is out of control. For years, it's been out of control. And it gets to a point where you start to harbor individuals and say this is a safe place for you to be and to be able to do this and nobody's going to give you trouble. And next thing you know it, you have a city that is overrun with a lot of issues because of that homelessness. In the case of Salt Lake City, a lot of crime, drugs, sex trafficking, child endangerment, let's just put it that way. I saw it. I was right next to it. I know what happened. And nobody asked any of these individuals. And it was the first thing that I did when I got there. And again, I'm getting to a point here about the state. And I'm just taking this micro issue to make the larger macro one. I'm just telling you that when I got to Salt Lake City and I was working there and I noticed that the problem was happening and right out of the gate, they decided that the way that they were going to handle the homeless issue in Salt Lake City downtown, where they were all in one central location, they had housing and everything else, that they basically, all the homeless had one place to go. They would go out during the day, but then at night, there were hundreds, I don't know if it was thousands, but hundreds in one location where they had a place to stay. It was so out of control that they couldn't figure out what to do. So what they ended up doing is they ended up taking these individuals, closing down the housing location, and then the individuals were spread out to different areas of the city. That was their way to solve the problem of all of them coalescing in one spot, was to spread them out into different communities, and didn't give the communities any say in it. Pretty much like, hey, we did a lottery and you got picked. Congratulations. There's going to be 30 or 40 people in your neighborhood now. Good luck. I mean, it was that awful. And not once, and I asked this on the air, not once did anybody ask these individuals, because I said, it just seemed logical. Like, why are you here? What's happening? We want to help you. Not once did they ask, is it somebody who's taking advantage of the fact that they can panhandle and there's no consequence? Is it because this is a veteran who is homeless and maybe they have PTSD? Maybe they have needs that we don't know about that we could help them with? Is it somebody who is mentally unstable that needs to get off the streets? Nobody bothered to ask these simple questions. They just figured they're there and they made assumptions, and that was it. We can't do that. We can't have that start to build in this area. And there are people who will allow that to happen. There are people that would allow that to happen, liberal ideologies that would allow that to happen and grow and fester in Southwest Florida and across the state. There are those that will be more than willing to try to get rid of this governor and have somebody come in as with a liberal point of view that would look to places like California and Texas. And if you, not Texas, California and New York. And if you think that it's not going to happen in the state of Florida, here's how it happens. And here's what I'm trying to get to. And I want to get to your calls, 239-479-5592. And it's this, because this has been, and forgive me for taking up so much time, but this is really driving me crazy. Oracle is a $39 billion with a B a year tech company. They're a huge Oracle. They've announced they're going to move their headquarters from California's Silicon Valley to Austin, Texas. Governor is thrilled. This is huge. Think about this. Business, jobs, opportunity. We love Texas, and they're coming here because they are going to love Texas, and they love the idea of Texas, and this is fantastic. Elon Musk talking about Tesla moving to Texas, or at least he's moving to Texas. Other large companies getting out of California and making their way to places like Texas. That's how the state turns blue, everybody. Because they're not going to take all of these Oracle employees and try to find Oracle employees that are living in the state of Texas now. No, they move Silicon Valley east. And the more businesses leave places like California, huge behemoths, and come to places like Texas and Florida, the more we have to be worried about the politics that they are going to bring, because they don't go away. And man, is that the way that this is going to happen? That Texas turns blue because Democrats leave the state of California. They bring companies to places like Texas and Florida, and they bring all of those employees and ideology with them. Is that the move that's being made? All right, Jason, John, and Eric, and Gary, we've got your calls. We'll talk about this coming up maybe at the... Yeah, let's take a break, and when we come back... we will get to your calls. Just wondering about about panhandling, and if you're seeing this and the rise of it happening in Southwest Florida. And I'm just bringing this up because I just want to know who they are. I'm trying to understand why there's this uptick. And there are people in need. We certainly want to help. We are gracious and giving people, but at the same time, I don't understand what's happening. Let's find out. It's Daybreak 92.5 Fox News, right all along.
This is 92.5 Fox News.
On the same day Americans started getting coronavirus vaccinations, New York City Mayor Bill de Blasio warned city residents to prepare themselves for a full shutdown. At a press conference, de Blasio shifted responsibility to the governor. Andrew Cuomo had told the New York Times over the weekend that the state might have to completely shut down. The mayor said he agreed with Cuomo because New York's government cannot let the coronavirus keep spreading. So they have to shut down, even though they are finally getting the vaccine. New York City restaurants were operating at 25% capacity, but that's over. Indoor dining completely shut down again. So even more restaurants are going to be forced to close forever. Now think about it. How many stories about restaurants and businesses being forced to shut down have you seen in the news? Not many. And you haven't seen the stories about people thrown out of their houses because they can't pay their rent, or about landlords losing their properties because they can't pay their mortgages. I guarantee you, if Republicans ran these cities and states, all you would see would be the hard luck stories caused by shutdowns, especially so close to Christmas. But it's Cuomo, it's de Blasio, it's Democrats. So hard luck stories are not on the menu. They have been shut down too. If you are thinking about gifts this holiday season, our friends at Cadenwood, the trusted leaders in CBD, have some ideas of their own to offer. First, there's Level Select CBD, a reliable line of sports creams and roll-ons that use a proprietary formula of broad spectrum and nano CBD that ensures fast absorption for quick relief. It's perfect for the loved ones on your gift list who stay active. Now, speaking of loved ones, there's Cadenwood's new Purity Preferred Pet CBD with calming and hip and joint relief for your dog or cat. All Cadenwood products have 0% THC. They are independently tested and they are made right here in the United States. Level Select CBD is now offering a great holiday gift pack that includes two of their most popular products for an incredible 50% savings. Go to LevelSelectCBD.com right now and get the holiday gift pack for 50% off. That's LevelSelectCBD.com for this gift pack at an incredible 50% savings.
Not available in Idaho, Iowa, and South Dakota.
There's the left way, and then there's the right way. 92.5 Fox News.
Hey, small business owners, this is Drew Steele. Look, things have been rough this year, and we want to help. Enter the Bounce Forward Together sweepstakes presented by Comcast Business, and you can win $5,000 and a 4-week professionally produced ad schedule on 92.5 Fox News. Log on to bounceforwardtogether.com, answer a few quick questions, and you'll be entered to win. That's bounceforwardtogether.com to enter to win $5,000 for your small business. No purchase necessary. See official rules for details.
You should be driving a Kia from Galliana. Galliana Kia.
Year-end sales event at Galliana Kia in Fort Myers. Everything goes, nothing held back. 2021 Kia Forte LXS lease, just $99 per month. That's right, a new Kia Forte for $99 per month. 2021 Kia Sportage LX lease, $149 per month. Yes, a new Kia Sportage SUV for $149 per month. Select models with interest-free financing for 75 months. Worried about your credit? Don't sweat it. At Galliana Kia in Fort Myers, if you've got $500 down and you make at least $2,000 per month, our lenders can get you approved. Galliana Kia, 1/2 mile south of Daniels Parkway on US 41 in Fort Myers. Open every day, including Sunday. Call 239-481-2600. GallianaCars.com.
You should be driving a Kia from Galliana. Galliana Kia.
36-month basis, 10,000 miles per year, $34.99 due at signing plus tax, tag title, dealer, and acquisition fee. 0 security deposit with lender approval, $13.33 per month per thousand borrowed for 75 months at 0 APR with 0 down. Offers don't combine. Expires month end.
Hey, with all that's going on right now, many of us are thinking about our health and finances more than we usually do. So with the December 15th deadline to get health coverage for 2021, you should know Florida Blue offers up to $500 in rewards just for staying healthy. With the Florida Blue Health and Wellness Rewards Program, you can earn rewards for completing easy activities like going to your annual wellness visit or just getting a flu shot. You can use that $500 to pay your premiums, and if there's extra, it covers any other healthcare expenses you have. With Florida Blue's affordable plans, this $500 goes a long way. So get healthcare that gets you and gets rewarded for simply taking care of yourself. Don't wait. Your last chance to enroll for 2021 is December 15th. Florida Blue's expert agents are ready to help you enroll today. Call 800-530-4648 or visit floridablue.com/wegetyou.
Florida Blue is a trade name of Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Florida, Inc. These health benefit plans have limitations and exclusions. The amount of benefits provided depends upon the plan selected, and the premium may vary with the amount of the benefits selected. Rewards available for individual ACA members 18 years or older. Reward amounts will apply to premiums and excess amounts paid and subject to the rewards program terms and conditions. 104066.
Welcome to the world of smart floors. Be inspired by Naples' newest and best floor gallery with the highest quality of floor coverings. Smart Floors is celebrating the opening of their new location next to Home Goods in the Park Shore Plaza. For the best in carpet, ceramic tile, hardwood, and luxury vinyl, let Smart Floors inspire you. Visit smartfloorsusa.com.
When shopping for new floor, we stand for so much more. Smart service, smart prices, smart floors.
92.5 Fox News.
Right all along. 92.5 WFSX Estero. It's 7 o'clock on Southwest Florida's news and talk station, 92.5 Fox News.
This Wink News Update is presented by Lee Auto Group. Find your perfect vehicle at lee-cars.com.
Now, this is a Wink News Update.
I'm Lindsay Sablon with Wink News. Construction crews are working on the new Amazon distribution center. The goal is to get items to your door quicker. The building is at the corner of Davis and Collier Boulevard. Consumer goods will go to the property, then be sorted and organized and stocked by employees for sale. 3 people from Fort Myers are dead after a crash hundreds of miles away. The Texas Department of Public Safety says 50-year-old Timothy Mankin and passengers Brittany Triglia and Maria Triglia also died. Investigators say they hit the back of a semi on December 9th. Police raided Uptown Motors on Edward Street in Fort Myers. Police department says it started with a violation of improperly stored diesel fuel, but code enforcement found multiple parts of 2 stolen semi-trucks. So far, no arrests have been made. An attempted break-in turned deadly when a man was killed by a heavy stormproof window as he was trying to climb inside a home. The homeowners say the window has a broken spring. The Lee County Sheriff's Office says when 32-year-old Jonathan Hernandez tried to crawl in it, it came down with incredible force, leaving Hernandez hanging in the air, where he was later found dead. I'm Lindsay Sablon with Wink News.
Wink News traffic.
A crash at the intersection of MLK Boulevard and Evans Avenue involving an FMPD cruiser and another vehicle is shutting down this intersection. You will have to stick to Michigan Avenue as the best alternate if you're heading east and west. If you're heading north, you cannot head north to MLK on Evans. You'll need to stick to Fowler. Also, we're slowing down on Bremen heading west of US 41 to McGregor. In North Cape Coral, the traffic is slow on Tropicana heading west of Pine Island for a quarter mile as well. Also, northbound delays building on Oasis heading north to Gleason. That's up to the minute traffic. I'm Sabrina Katz. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
80 degrees for your Wednesday as eventually we do become breezy, clouds and sunshine with an opportunity for some scattered rain by late this afternoon and primarily into this evening. Could even see a few showers hanging around overnight into Thursday morning before we do dry out. And you will feel that drier air for your beautiful and sunny Friday as we do start with some 40s, highs in the 60s by the afternoon, 70s, but looking fantastic with a mixture of sun and clouds for the weekend. With Wink News, I'm meteorologist Matt Devitt, Weather Authority.
Wink News at the top and bottom of the hour.
Drew Steele in the morning and Trey Radel in the afternoon. 2 doses of what cures liberalism. 92.5 Fox News. Right all along.
Hi, I'm Kyle Lee with Lee Auto Group. We sell more low-mileage cars and trucks than anyone in Southwest Florida because we have more. Over 300 vehicles in stock with locations in Fort Myers and Tampa. See for yourself at lee-cars.com.
Lee Auto Group is looking for quality pre-owned vehicles. Let them make your buying or selling experience easy and safe. Contact Lee Auto Group at 239-288-7374 or visit lee-cars.com.
Don't forget the dash.
Sunday on Wink TV, the biggest NFL games are on CBS, and the best place to watch, Wink TV. Sunday, it's a doubleheader. At 1, a classic AFC East matchup as New England flies south to take on Miami. Then at 4, the reigning champion Chiefs take on the high-octane Saints in New Orleans. Patriots at Dolphins at 1, Chiefs versus Saints at 4. Sunday, the NFL on CBS is on Wink TV.
You may not know it, but male performance during intimate moments requires proper blood flow, which only gets worse with age. The result? All men experience some level of performance issues over time, from decreased firmness all the way to chronic ED. At Metro Men's Health, our goal is to provide you with the most effective treatment for performance issues. Years ago, we used to use the same technology as other clinics, but didn't settle for one-size-fits-all treatments or outdated wave technology. Should you? We've developed new patent-pending technology called Linear Piezo Energy Protocol, allowing us to create treatment plans specifically to you. We've helped thousands of men achieve consistent, longer-lasting results, and those results can be yours too. Your condition will only get worse with time. Don't wait. Call Metro Men's Health to schedule your evaluation at 239-599-9900, 239-599-9900, or visit us at metromenshealth.com.
At Conditioned Air, we aren't trying to fix or sell all things under the sun. We're very focused on one thing, your comfort in your home and office. We've had this focus for over 58 years now. Our team is nearly 400 strong, and each team member's desire is for your total satisfaction with our services. Southwest Florida weather can take a toll on your air conditioner, so when you need us, we're here to take care of the issue quickly and safely so you can get on with your day. Conditioned Air offers planned maintenance programs, emergency service, replacement systems, and indoor air quality products to keep you comfortable all year long. You can count on the people of Conditioned Air. We don't push unnecessary parts and equipment on you, which means no high pressure and a 100% satisfaction guarantee. Since your comfort is essential, call Conditioned Air, the comfort people since 1962, serving all of Southwest Florida. Call 1-888-COLD-AIR or log on to conditionedair.com. License number CAC 1819590.
Dell Technologies' end-of-year sale is the perfect time to upgrade tech for your business. Save big on the latest computers powered by Intel Core processors for your small business. And don't forget to shop servers, storage, and thousands of top-brand electronics, all with free shipping. Call a Dell Technologies advisor who can help you find the right tech for your business needs at 877-ASK-DELL. That's 877-ASK-DELL.
At home with Robert, retired burglar and family man.
Carolers! That's the holiday spirit. Speaking of which, Simply Safe Home Security is having a huge holiday sale. Right now, you can get 35% off the new system and a free camera at simplysafe.com/holiday. That's 35% off the system U.S. News named the best of 2020. Simply Safe protects your whole home 24/7 with monitoring by professionals. The sale ends soon, so go to simplysafe.com/holiday for 35% off and a free camera today.
From 92.5 Fox News.
This is how Southwest Florida is talking about.
It's daybreak. Now, here's the guy at the epicenter of what's important to those of us who live in Southwest Florida. Drew Steele.
Oh, hey, good morning, Southwest Florida. Look at you. I didn't see you stand. You look fantastic this early in the morning. You look great. Can't always say that for me, but that's okay. 239-479-5592. That is the talk and text line. We stream live each and every day as long as they let us on YouTube and on Facebook, as long as they let us as well. So, you can go there and subscribe. That would be nice. It's at Drew Steele Radio, Steele with 3 E's. Facebook, I think it's Drew Steele 925 is the Facebook page, as well as 925 Fox News, both of them. So wherever you want to watch, you have that opportunity this morning. All right, we're going to get back to your thoughts on something that I stopped the last break with about the fact that I don't know about anybody else, and I don't know what's going on around all of Southwest Florida, but I've noticed an uptick in the panhandling that is happening at corners all across Southwest Florida, and I'm just wondering if you're noticing the same thing. I've been living here for 34 years, except for the 1 year, 2016 to 2017 in Salt Lake City, and I can tell you I've never seen this many people panhandling. And I'm hearing things like, well, we're growing as a city. That's what happens. No. No, why? Why does that happen? Well, when you grow in a city, no. Is there a hard and fast rule that says when the population grows, so does the panhandling? And again, it's not. Do not misunderstand what I'm saying. It's not about not being sympathetic to people in need. That's not the issue here. The issue is, do we even know anything about these individuals and why they're doing it? Because if there is a need, if there's a need for food, if there's a need for shelter, there are plenty of places you can go, even outside the government, thank you very much, where you can get the support that you need. There are many, I'm going to say this more, many people and groups around Southwest Florida that want to help those that are in need, especially this time of season, but all the time. But I want to know who they are. We'll get to that. I'm just wondering if you have a thought on this. And are you seeing it around Southwest Florida? Are you seeing it I see it a lot in Lee County. I don't know what's going on in Collier or other areas, but maybe you can call. And if it's something you want to comment on, would love to hear from you. Again, there is some interesting comments that have been happening outside of the White House with the press corps, and how listen, they don't love this president. They've made it clear that they don't like the president. They don't believe that he should be in office. They are super happy that this president could possibly be leaving office. And even if it was by means that many people question when it comes to Dominion voting machines and mail-in ballots and the fact that the president was winning at 10 p.m. On election night, and then all of a sudden everybody's like, stop, we got to stop the count. And the next thing you know, in the morning, it's like, hey, look, everything's flipped. How does that happen? And we've never done anything like that before. But people want to just move past that, and they want us all to move past that. Even Mitch McConnell wants us to move past that because, what's done is done. No, what we have here is a constitutional republic, and nothing's done until everything has been satisfied with regards to what you can do thanks to the constitutional republic that we are. May I remind many of the keyboard cowboys and the geniuses that are out there that are left-leaning, that are listening to the sound of my voice here locally, that we are not a democracy. We are a constitutional republic. When you talk about democracy and the rule of the people, yes. But when we're talking about how our rules and laws sit and how we are governed, it's a constitution that we have, a constitutional republic, a republic. You should spend more time as an educator. If you're on the school board, if you're somebody who's an educator, you should spend lots of time on that. You should focus your attention on hating the president less and understanding and communicating to people, your friends, students, and others, what's the difference between a democracy and a constitutional republic and what we are and how this works in the country. Because it's embarrassing if you can't communicate the difference. Sorry, I get frustrated by some of the comments that I see about that from people who should know better. But anyway, I digress. So let's not do that anymore. Let's talk about democracy under assault. Let's talk about yesterday and Kayleigh McEnany, who does an amazing job as press secretary. And there she is having to deal with these people in the press. And the question comes up. Oh, wait, where is it? Is this? That was awfully low. Let's see if this works.
President Trump supported the Texas lawsuit at the Supreme Court, and a lawsuit that President-elect Biden called an assault on democracy. How is it not anti-democratic to try to nullify 20 million votes?
Is it not anti-democratic to want to nullify 20 million votes? Well, that is an interesting statement, isn't it? Because that is like, it almost feels like, hey, Senator, how long you been beating your wife? That kind of thing. First of all, it's not nullifying 20 million votes. It's, number one, interesting to find out how many of those votes are actually legit. Because if there's large numbers that aren't, you'd want to know that, right? In a constitutional republic, even in a democracy, you'd want to know that, right? And I think it's humorous because you're talking about 20 million people that these votes are going to be nullified. Are they really going to be nullified? I mean, if the process that judges decided to take outside of the legislature, that is the one that rules in these states and makes the decisions as to how votes are going to go. And you have a judge that comes along that is presented with a suit saying, listen, we got to have more time. We need more. This is extraordinary times, and goes against what the legislature has put in place and against what the Constitution says, and says, yeah, you're right, go ahead, knock yourself out. We'll disenfranchise those that could not vote anytime after 8 p.m. on Election Day, and we'll say, hey, make it another 2 weeks, and we'll give those people over there plenty of time to vote. But these people that did it differently and followed the rules and the rule of law in the state, yeah, whatever. Those people are disenfranchised. It's what you did that disenfranchised all these individuals. I mean, am I missing something? All right, so Kayleigh McEnany says,
I think pursuing legitimate litigation through the judicial system is in no way assaulting democracy. In fact, it's using Democrat institutions in the manner they are to be used to pursue legitimate claims with.
Yeah, Wait, keep going.
Sworn affidavits and additional evidence. But I do think what is an assault on democracy are the 4 investigations into President Trump over Russia collusion that turned up nothing. I mean, Mueller alone, you had 19 lawyers, 40 FBI agents, 2,800 subpoenas, 500 search warrants, millions of taxpayer dollars, all to find no collusion. And
Yep. And she goes on. Listen, no disrespect, but all you you keyboard cowboys and all you geniuses out there who are trying to scream democracy and Donald Trump and he hates democracy and he's the one that's destroying it. Do you understand what Kayleigh McEnany is talking about? I know you do. Right? You understand we're a republic. We follow a constitution. We're a constitutional republic. And so if the means that the Trump legal team and others are trying to go to find out whether or not we had a legitimate process here is going by the Constitution, our laws, the Constitution, and we are a republic, we follow the Constitution, and we're doing all of this, then what's your problem? Because at the end of the day, if everything comes out legit, you're fine. So why don't you relax? The process is being followed the right way. Unless, of course, you just hate this president and you don't even care if this election had major fraud going on to help Joe Biden and Kamala Harris. Because the ends justify the means, which is pretty sad for you. But anyway. All right, Ray's in Cape Coral. Ray wanted to weigh in on the issue of panhandlers. Is it just me, Ray, or are you seeing more people in Southwest Florida that are panhandling on our street corners? Oh, Ray's not there. Okay. 239-479-5592. And maybe it's not a big deal. It's only a big deal to me because I just want to know who these individuals are and if they desperately need help, that there are organizations that want to help them rather than to have them on a corner. Just asking a question. All right, it's Daybreak 92.5 Fox News. Let's go to break right now and find out what's happening with our traffic. Let's see what's going on around Southwest Florida up to the minute. Here is Sabrina Katz.
A crash at College in Summerlin causing a slowdown westbound on College Parkway to Summerlin Road. Also, the crash at MLK Boulevard and Evans Avenue involving an FMPD cruiser is still shutting down westbound lanes on MLK. You can head east, but also another part that's shut down, northbound Evans. You can't pass through to get into downtown. So stick to Fowler if you're heading north, and you can hop on MLK Boulevard to Lee Street. If you're heading west, stick to Michigan Avenue. The Trip to the Minute traffic, I'm Sabrina Katz. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
80 degrees for today with clouds and sunshine on a breezy day, and then eventually later this afternoon and primarily this evening and overnight, scattered showers pass by along a front. With Wink News, I'm meteorologist Matt Devitt, Weather Authority.
Wink News at the top and bottom of the hour.
Tougher than plastic, harder than wood. Nothing beats the power of steel.
True Steel, weekday mornings at 6 on 92.5 Fox News.
You should be driving a Kia from Galliana. Galliana Kia.
Year-end sales event at Galliana Kia in Fort Myers. Everything goes, nothing held back. 2021 Kia Forte LXS lease, just $99 per month. That's right, a new Kia Forte for $99 per month. 2021 Kia Sportage LX lease, $149 per month. Yes, a new Kia Sportage SUV for $149 per month. Select models with interest-free financing for 75 months. Worried about your credit? Don't sweat it. At Galliana Kia in Fort Myers, if you've got $500 down and you make at least $2,000 per month, our lenders can get you approved. Galliana Kia, 1/2 mile south of Daniels Parkway on US 41 in Fort Myers. Open every day, including Sunday. Call 239-481-2600. GallianaCars.com.
You should be driving a Kia from Galliana. Galliana Kia.
36-month lease is 10,000 miles per year, $34.99 due at signing plus tax, tag, title, dealer, and acquisition fee. 0 security deposit with lender approval, $13.33 per month per thousand borrowed for 75 months at 0 APR with 0 down. Offers don't combine. Expires month end.
Hey, small business owners, this is Drew Steele. Look, things have been rough this year, and we want to help. Enter the Bounce Forward Together sweepstakes presented by Comcast Business, and you can win $5,000 and a 4-week professionally produced ad schedule on 92.5 Fox News. Log on to bounceforwardtogether.com, answer a few quick questions, and you'll be entered to win. That's bounceforwardtogether.com to enter to win $5,000 for your small business. No purchase necessary. See official rules for details.
No matter what the holidays look like this year, give your family the gift of fun and memories with a new RV from La Mesa RV. A new Mercedes-powered Integra Quest motorhome, number 040595, is discounted over $41,000. Your holiday adventure begins at La Mesa RV, I-75 at Luckett Road in Fort Myers, or lamesarv.com. All advertised prices plus tax tag title and $9.95 dealer fee. Offer expires day of ad.
Dr. Svetlana Kogan here, a board-certified internal medicine concierge physician on 5th Avenue South in Naples. I'd like to wish all of our Southwest Florida friends and neighbors a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. I love the camaraderie that made our community shine in 2020, and I will continue to do my bit to strengthen my patients' health and resilience to life's challenges. When I'm treating you, I don't stare at the computer screen, but face you, addressing your concerns, your lifestyle, and your nutrition, treating you as a whole person. I believe that less medication is better, and use natural, holistic approach whenever possible. Health is your most important asset, and the new year is a perfect time to give it the expert attention and time it deserves. Visit my website, customlongevity.com. That's customlongevity.com to learn about how I, Dr. Svetlana Kogan, can help you feel healthy and balanced again.
Hi, this is John Lawrence with CGU Homes, residential contractor in Southwest Florida. As a Naples native, my childhood is full of memories, from fishing the backwaters of the Everglades to helping my dad with home improvement projects. Today, I have the pleasure of watching my kids grow up, enjoying the same way of life. At CGU Homes, we understand building a home is more than drawings and budgets. It's about building lifelong memories for you and your family. I've been in the residential construction industry for over 20 years and have had the luxury of handpicking my team. When it comes to my team, I look for passion, innovation, and trustworthiness. You can trust CGU Homes to build with honesty and transparency through every step of the building process. So when you're ready to start a new chapter for your family, whether it's remodeling your existing home or building a brand new one, I invite you to see some of our past projects and learn more about us at cguhomes.com. That's cguhomes.com. And God bless the USA.
This is 92.5 Fox News. Now, back to Daybreak with Drew Steele.
It's the most infectious time of the year.
No.
Noses are blowing and fevers are growing. I'm glad you're not here. It's the most infectious time of the year.
No, I'm not doing it. No. Stop doing that. No. I'm trying to suck some joy from the I'm trying to pull some joy out of the jaws of COVID. No. 239-479-5592 is the talk and text line. Brad's in Fort Myers. Brad wanted to weigh in, and I don't know what Brad wants to weigh in on. He's just he's weighing. So there he is. Hello, Brad. Is Brad not there? Oh, hi.
C103, huh?
What's going on, Brad?
Listen, when they talk about disenfranchisement, I don't want my vote being disenfranchised by a dead person that's not real. I don't want my vote being disenfranchised by filled-in ballots by one person to get the vote to where Trump was the loser. The disenfranchisement is on the people that legally voted, not because somebody showed up at the poll 1 hour late and they're a legitimate voter. And I'm sorry, I was in a traffic jam and I came an hour late, and I know the law says 8 o'clock, but I couldn't get here till 9. That's not really what's happening. What's happening is they're using the laws to have made up fraudulent ballots that are not real people. That's how simple this is.
Yeah, Brad, you first of all, you can't do that, Brad. You see what you just did? You just you just gave me some common sense. You're not allowed to have any kind of common sense when it comes to the election. You're not even allowed to have any common sense when it comes to the process that we are going through right now and how constitutionally this is fine, everybody. There's plenty of evidence out there that the media doesn't want to talk about and Democrats don't want to talk about. And by the way, Brad, thanks for the call. I appreciate it there in Fort Myers. There are plenty of people that don't want to talk about it, but we do, and I still do, and I know some want to move on. I don't. I think we can walk and chew gum at the same time. I think we can focus on some of the things that are happening that we're concerned about, and the possibility of there being some issues with the electors as they get together on January 6th, and Congress may have to deal with this, and I want to see how it plays out because I've seen enough evidence to show that I have some problems with what's going on, and I'm not ready to just settle in yet. And I can also focus on Georgia and see what's happening there, and I can also watch and be concerned about that. I'm sure we can do both, right? You know, we just want to make sure that certain things are being recognized. You know, like Eric Swalwell. Oh, Eric Swalwell's not being recognized, is he? Even though Republican lawmakers have urged Speaker Pelosi to remove Representative Swalwell from the Intelligence Committee because, you know, the whole honeypot and the whole, hanging around with communists, Chinese communist people from the Chinese Communist Party and you know, bundling money for him and at least one intern that he's been hanging around with and different people that we know about that clearly he doesn't want to talk about. But we find out that Swalwell was given a defensive briefing in 2015 by federal investigators about their concerns pertaining to the woman that he was hanging out with, Fang Fang there. And yeah, so we got questions. We write you today out of concern with Congressman Swalwell's reported close contacts with the Chinese Communist Party spy, recently reported by Axios. The guy is on the House Permanent Select Committee on Intelligence. Boy, I'll tell you, if you're China and you're trying to infiltrate and you're thinking, man, we got to find some doof who we can dupe that will be this close, my fingers are thinly spread apart, to being part of the intelligence apparatus and committees there on the Hill. Boy, they found their guy, didn't they?
This is Daybreak, 92.5 Fox News.
You want a new look for your kitchen, but you really dread the thought of subjecting your home and family to the mess and fuss created by weeks of remodeling? Cornerstone Builders has the solution. They can give your kitchen an entirely new look in a matter of days, not weeks. Stand by for the phone number to schedule your free in-home consultation. Cornerstone will save you a lot of time and thousands of dollars with a custom kitchen reface. This 4-step process includes 15 cabinet doors, 5 drawer fronts, and includes relaminating your cabinet exteriors, plus new hinges and new knobs or handles. Best part, the price. Just $38.20 for a beautiful thermofoil reface or $78.20 for maple wood reface. Call today to schedule your free in-home consultation. 239-332-3020. That's 332-3020. 239-332-3020. Cornerstone Builders in Fort Myers, Naples, and Marco Island. With 30 years and 22,000 satisfied customers. You know they're gonna wow you.
When everything around us has been interrupted, including playtime, work time, and downtime, friends and family are always there to help pick up the pieces. At Castilla Roofing, we are here for our community, our employees, and you. Keeping a roof over your head is our job, our headache, and our promise to you. Castilla Roofing, family owned and operated. Your satisfaction is our reputation.
Go to CastillaRoofing.us, that's CASTILLA, or call 239-465-2646. License CCC 1328615.
Are you ready for the very best? Hello, I'm Sheila Zellers, owner of Genesis of Naples, and I invite you to experience the luxury, safety, and satisfaction of driving a new Genesis. Leading in luxury year after year, Genesis is the highest-ranked luxury brand in initial quality 4 years in a row by J.D. Power and received the industry's premier safety ratings. Right now, you can finance the new 2020 G70 with 0% APR or experience the power, intelligence, and efficiency the all-new 2021 G80 offers, a car that automatically adjusts to match your driving style. Looking for elegance? Take it to new heights in the all-new 2021 G90 for effortless performance and precision precise handling, and brand new to our lineup, the new 2021 Genesis GV80, the new base of young luxury, and the first ever SUV for Genesis, in stock and arriving daily. Visit Genesis of Naples on Airport Road or online at genesisofnaples.com.
All offers with approved credit on select models. For JD Power 2020 award info, visit jdpower.com.
Sunday on Wink TV, the biggest NFL games are on CBS, and the best place to watch, Wink TV. Sunday, it's a doubleheader. At 1, a classic AFC East matchup as New England flies south to take on Miami.
Like a champion.
Then at 4, the reigning champion Chiefs take on the high-octane Saints in New Orleans. Patriots at Dolphins at 1, Chiefs versus Saints at 4. Sunday, the NFL on CBS is on Wink TV.
Coming in like a champion.
Fox News, I'm Chris Foster. Congressional leaders and Treasury Secretary Steve Mnuchin have met to discuss more coronavirus financial relief and avoiding a partial government shutdown Friday.
These negotiations date back to July, and never before in this process have the top leaders from both the House and Senate and both parties met to hash out a deal. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi convened the meeting. What's unresolved is a push by Republican Josh Hawley and independent Bernie Sanders for $1,200 in direct payment checks. And many Democrats want aid for state and local governments.
Fox's Chad Pergram. Wisconsin Republican Ron Johnson chairs a Senate Homeland Security hearing today about claims of voting irregularities. White House spokeswoman Kayleigh McEnany tells Fox's Sean Hannity.
You're going to hear from the Nevada attorney, who I believe you had on this very program, who's going to talk about the 130,000 ballots that shouldn't have been counted.
Senator Johnson says he does consider Joe Biden's win legitimate. America's listening to Fox News.
This Wink News Break is sponsored by Cornerstone Builders. Give us the opportunity to wow you.
Now, this is a Wink News Update.
I'm Lindsay Sablon with Wink News. Construction crews are working on the new Amazon distribution center. The goal is to get items to your door quicker. The building is at the corner of Davis and Collier Boulevard. Consumer goods will go to the property, then be sorted and organized and stocked by employees for sale. 3 people from Fort Myers are dead after a crash hundreds of miles away. The Texas Department of Public Safety says 50-year-old Timothy Mankin and passengers Brittany Triglia and Maria Triglia also died. Investigators say they hit the back of a semi on December 9th. Police raided Uptown Motors on Edward Street in Fort Myers. Police department says it started with a violation of improperly stored diesel fuel, but code enforcement found multiple parts of 2 stolen semi-trucks. So far, no arrests have been made. An attempted break-in turned deadly when a man was killed by a heavy stormproof window as he was trying to climb inside a home. The homeowners say the window has a broken spring. The Lee County Sheriff's Office says when 32-year-old Jonathan Hernandez tried to crawl in it, it came down with incredible force, leaving Hernandez hanging in the air, where he was later found dead. I'm Lindsay Sablon with Wink News.
Wink News Traffic.
A crash at College in Summerlin causing a slowdown westbound on College Parkway to Summerlin Road. Also, the crash at MLK Boulevard and Evans Avenue involving an FMPD cruiser is still shutting down westbound lanes on MLK. You can head east, but also another part that's shut down, northbound Evans. You can't pass through to get into downtown. So stick to Fowler if you're heading north, and you can hop on MLK Boulevard to Lee Street. If you're heading west, stick to Michigan Avenue. The Trip to the Minute traffic, I'm Sabrina Katz. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
80 degrees for your Wednesday as eventually we do become breezy, clouds and sunshine with an opportunity for some scattered rain by late this afternoon and primarily into this evening. Could even see a few showers hanging around overnight into Thursday morning before we do dry out. And you will feel that drier air for your beautiful and sunny Friday as we do start with some 40s, highs in the 60s by the afternoon, 70s, but looking fantastic with a mixture of sun and clouds for the weekend. With Wink News, I'm meteorologist Matt Devitt, Weather Authority.
Wink News at the top and bottom of the hour.
92.5 Fox News.
We are going to make America great again.
Right, all along.
By now, you've already heard that only Naples Nissan will give you the full original base MSRP for your trade-in. You may even be sick of hearing about it. Yes, for several months now, we've been telling you to bring us that 5, 6, 7-year-old car you're driving now to get the same price that you paid for it so you can drive home in a brand new Nissan. You've already heard us say,
If your trade-in is a 2014 or newer with less than 80,000 miles on it, only Naples Nissan will pay you the full original MSRP for it. So, why have we been advertising the same offer for so many months now? Because it works. We've taken in hundreds of quality trade-ins, sold hundreds of new cars, and made hundreds of new happy customers. And you can still get full MSRP for your trade-in too. Come see us here on Pine Ridge Road and drive your brand new Nissan home today. Visit naplesnissan.com for full details. Happy holidays, Southwest Florida. Offer on select models with approved credit and cannot be combined.
For professional roofing, the name you need to know is D.R. Martineau. You can count on us for great service. You can count on us to get it done. You can count on us for a price that's fair. The quality is second to none. For professional roofing, the name you need to know is D.R. Martineau.
At Mr. Sparky, we're America's on-time electrician. We all count on our home's electrical outlets to provide us the power we need when we need it. But sometimes an overloaded circuit can lead to a blown outlet. So leave it to the pros at Mr. Sparky. We'll get it done right and get it done safely. Call now for $70 off any electrical repair.
You don't have to put up with any malarkey. Call 888.
Limitations and restrictions may apply. Independently owned and operated. Licensed in the respective state or county.
Duncan's Diamonds invites you to our greatest Christmas sale ever. With Christmas just around the corner, everything in the entire store is specially priced right now with tremendous savings. Christmas will be here before you know it. So now's the time to buy everything from diamonds to the most fashionable jewelry at unbeatable prices. We guarantee you will be amazed and find great gifts for everyone on your list. This Christmas sale at Duncan's Diamonds is the largest ever. Now's the time to save. Come see us. You can enjoy Duncan's Diamonds layaway or save with fantastic holiday financing plans. People come from all over because we will not be undersold by anyone, anywhere. It's definitely worth the drive to Duncan's Diamonds. Save during this huge Christmas sale. Duncan's Diamonds for the best prices on diamonds and fine jewelry. We work very hard to make you happy because we believe in love. Come see us.
Duncan's Diamonds, US 41, Gulf Coast Town Center, and Naples at Mercado.
This is 92.5 Fox News.
All right, it's Daybreak, 92.5 Fox News, 239-479-5592. There's the talk and text line. I remind you that coming up in about 10 more minutes, Drew's College of Political Knowledge. 4 questions on politics. The more you get right, the higher the degree. We'll see if you earn a PhD. So that is on the way. Looking forward to that. And at 8:05, we'll have Matt Caldwell joining us because there's a lot to talk about here in the state. Locally, we're going to get to a lot of different issues. Maybe we'll even talk about the what seems like the unprecedented amount of panhandling all of a sudden that's happening around Southwest Florida. I can't be the only one that's noticed this. I just want to know who they are. And I want to know what kind of help they need, because there are many organizations around Southwest Florida whose purpose, whose goal, whose mission it is to help. So how about we help? Because forgive me, I want to help them, especially during the holiday season, especially during COVID. I don't know. I don't see them masking up. They have not one of them has a mask. We should be concerned about that, right? I mean, if we're to believe liberal ideology, then that's what we have to do, right? Everybody's got to mask up. It's the only way we can stop it. Yet I don't see any of them masking up. We don't make exceptions, do we? And I'm concerned about their health, and I know you are as well. So, just some things that I'm just asking. So maybe we can talk about that coming up. And even if you wanted to call in and get your thoughts on whatever, 239-479-5592. So I was going to start to talk about some of the... Oh, here's a message from the president-elect.
Excuse me. That's right. More than that. Excuse me.
Probably just needs to clear his throat. Hey, speaking of the president-elect, the office of the president-elect, which, by the way, I'm in one right now. If you look at my YouTube page, you can see the great seal of the office of President-elect Drew Steele, and I'm proud. It's a nice office. I think it's going to do well and serve the country well. Thank you so much. The what people are calling the president-elect Joe Biden. For the moment, I'll go along with it just to talk about this story. Hey, he's tapped the former South Bend mayor Pete Buttigieg to head the U.S. Department of Transportation on Tuesday. A little bit of controversy behind that selection for a couple of different reasons. Number one, it's humorous how newspapers and people have gone out of their way to say, hey, the first openly gay cabinet member is Joe Biden has done that. Isn't that unbelievable? Until you realize that actually the first would be Richard Grenell. That happened in February, and that was under President Trump. But people forget so quickly because, when your mind is set on trying to set a narrative out for the American people that's a lie, then you ignore some of the things that you did or didn't talk about in the past. But I digress. Doesn't matter. It's all about qualifications. Understand that all I care about in anything, whoever you are, whatever your background is, whatever you would like to be described, I don't care. I care about your qualifications. What is Pete Buttigieg's qualifications to be the U.S. Department of Transportation head? It's pretty interesting because there have been some that have brought up some of the stories of his past. While he was mayor of South Bend, this from the Daily Wire, the city's roads became nearly impassable in some spots because they had deteriorated so badly, according to local news reports in 2018. Listen to this. Local car repair shops said that they had not seen anything that bad in well over a decade, and the situation got so dire, it came so bad, that residents of South Bend reached out to Domino's Pizza in 2019 for help and received a $5,000 paving for pizza grant to fill in potholes. No joke, that happened. So what are we doing here? We're paying favors. Paying favors. That's where you put Pete Buttigieg. That's where you put him. So there you go. All right, so that's fun. Oh, and by the way, in San Francisco, they hate Abraham Lincoln. Yeah, no joke. So they've got a school there, Abraham Lincoln High School. Yeah, the big libs out there want to change the name. It's awful. It's terrible. Lincoln, like the presidents before him and most after, did not show through policy or rhetoric that black lives even mattered to them outside of human capital as the casualties of wealth building. That's how Jeremiah Jeffries, a black first grade teacher there, was discussing the issues of having Abraham Lincoln as the name of your high school. You're a teacher, right? You know Abraham Lincoln's history, right? And when you're teaching, do you ever crack a book open, or it's a little odd? All right, let's go to your calls here. Let's go. Let's go to Dawn. Dawn's at Cape Coral. Hey, Dawn, how are you this morning?
You.
I'm awesome, Dawn. What's on your mind?
You're talking about those panhandlers around the area and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I have seen them pull out cell phones, and I think, how do you afford a new iPhone?
Yeah, I saw the same thing the other day.
Yeah, and reports years ago used to say that those people make more money than the average person just collecting money tax-free.
Yeah.
So, I think that it's crazy that those people are even allowed on street corners when there's homeless veterans in downtown Fort Myers that need so much help.
Mm-hmm.
My husband has actually seen them pull cardboard out of the dumpster where he's working, and then the next morning put it back. So,
yeah. Well, Dawn, I can tell you. Well, listen, I appreciate the call there in Cape Coral, 239-479-5592, talking about the unprecedented number of panhandlers that we are seeing in Southwest Florida, that I am. And to Dawn's point, two things that happened the other day that just kind of struck me the wrong way. Number one, there was two individuals, a woman with who was trying to show her sign to the people pulling up to a traffic light, who was screaming at a guy who was hanging out with her, who was on his phone texting while she's screaming, the two of them trying to panhandle on the corner. I just want to know who you are and why you're there. And if you really desperately do need help, we have places to help you. It's not because we're not sympathetic. I just want to know. And the second part of it is, listen, I don't accept the growth of a city as the answer to that. That's not the answer. That shouldn't be the case. A growth of the city doesn't mean that now naturally we're going to have people on corners panhandling, to the point where another thing that I witnessed not only a person almost getting sandwiched between two cars a few weeks ago because they ran out as a light was turning green to grab money from somebody's car, but the person behind them who almost smashed into the car there and causing an accident, who knows what could be happening. It's dangerous to be on street corners. I mean, we understand that, right? All the time being on these street corners. Fish is in Estero. Wanted to talk about this as well. I'm just asking the questions, everybody. That's all. Hey, Fish.
Hey, how you doing this morning, Trey?
It's Drew, but that's okay. It's easy to get us confused. We're both.
You're all good guys.
We're both all right. We're both on the radio. I get it. Go ahead.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Hey, couple of things. I offered to give a panhandler a job because I've got a small business that from time to time I need a hand.
Mm-hmm.
I stopped and asked one individual, and he said he didn't want to work. He collected more money standing on that corner in a matter of hours. He collected $500 and then was done for the day. The other one, I offered to give them a bucket of water and a spray bottle and a squeegee to at least offer a service and clean windows or something.
Oh, goodness. Don't do, please. I grew up in New York. Please. I grew up in New York City. Please don't start the squeegee. I'm just telling you, just from personal experience, it was a nightmare in my childhood. We could not go you could not drive into New York City, and all of you New Yorkers that are listening now know exactly what I'm talking about. The squeegee guys on the corner was commonplace when David Dinkins, the big liberal mayor, was there in New York City, and the place was trashed before Giuliani had to come in and fix it. Where the city between Ed Koch and David Dinkins, they would come and they would squeegee, and if you didn't give them money, you were going to get something on the way out. And let's just say that the something was not exactly something you could fix easily on the side of your car as you drove by. Yeah, it was trouble. It was just trouble, and caused a lot of traffic jams and the like.
I totally agree. I just feel that standing on that corner, you should offer me a service rather than me giving you a handout.
But understand, and listen, Fish, and I appreciate the call there in Estero. Thanks so much, 239-479-5592. And for all the liberals that are listening right now, and for all you people that are listening in town in Southwest Florida that are getting all upset about this conversation, don't. It's because we care. It's not because we don't. The whole point of this is that I want to know, again, I brought up the story about how in 2016, when I moved out to Salt Lake City, as you all know, I went out there for a year and lived in a major metropolitan city known as San Francisco East, because it was about as liberal as you can get, and the homeless population there was out of control, and the drugs and the crime and a lot of the things that were brought in because it was allowed to take place, to the point where they didn't know what, and they still don't know what to do with the homeless issue there, or every single corner they had someone there. And the idea that I got on the air and I asked a question of a legislator there at the time that they couldn't answer, which is, have you ever talked to them? Have you ever asked who they are? Have you ever asked what they're doing? Are they okay? Are they mentally stable? Are they somebody who is looking for help? Are they a danger? Their history, maybe find out a little more background information on them, because they could be a danger to the community. They could be a danger to themselves, because I care about what's happening there. Not dismissing it or making fun of this. I'm making light of it. JL is in Fort Myers. Hey, JL.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi. Good morning.
Good morning.
Can you hear me okay?
I hear you fine.
Okay, I'm on my Bluetooth on my way to work, and I just had three points I'd like to make about the panhandlers.
Mm-hmm.
Point number one, unfortunately, I have a son who was majorly involved in the drug scene, and he told me that whenever he and his buddies would go to make a purchase at a place where they sold this type of things, the panhandlers were always in there with a lot of money, buying a lot of drugs, laughing about how easy it was to get drug money. Okay, that's point number one. Point number two, I'd like to say, it really tugs at my heartstrings when these people are standing with signs begging, and they have small children with them, or cute little dogs, and that's just an extra heartstring thing that they seem to like to use to open the purses.
Well, because it's your better nature, and some individuals know it. And let me just say this, JL, I know you had a couple of other things to do, but I'm looking at the clock and we've got to run. And I do appreciate the phone call so much. Thank you, and I'm so sorry the issues that you've had in your family, and I understand. And again, this is about compassion, everybody, and caring about these individuals to understand and ask a little more about why they're out there. And it's dangerous to be out there. And are there people that are taking advantage? Are there people that are doing things that are trouble? And let me just say this as well. And I've said this about other issues before. JL brings up a point, but it's anecdotal. You can't make this about that every single individual is doing that. There are examples of people that do. But let's not paint a broad brush of every single person that's on the corner. I just want to know who they are. I would love it if somebody would explain to me the legalities of people being able to be on a corner and how that's okay. Because there is safety concerns in traffic with people there, if you want to go to that degree, let alone who these individuals are, and I want to know so they can be helped. Let's just kick them out. I want to know. So again, there are people that whose mission it is to help individuals. So 239-479-5592. All right, it's Drew's College of Political Knowledge. 4 questions on politics. The more you get right, the higher the degree. We'll see if you earn a PhD. We'll take caller number 3 right now at 239-479-5592. Play Drew's College next on Daybreak 92.5 Fox News. Right all along with traffic. Here's Sabrina Katz.
Traffic is slowing at the intersection of MLK and Evans. Eastbound delays. That is the only part of the intersection that is open. You cannot head west on MLK. If you usually take this route, the best thing you can do is take Michigan Avenue if you're heading west into downtown Fort Myers. Also delays if you are heading out in Collier County from a crash at Countryside Drive and Davis Boulevard. This is to the west of Santa Barbara, and it is delaying traffic for about a mile. That's your up-to-the-minute traffic. I'm Sabrina Katz. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
80 degrees for today with clouds and sunshine on a breezy day, and then eventually later this afternoon and primarily this evening and overnight, scattered showers pass by along a front. With Wink News, I'm meteorologist Matt Devitt, Weather Authority.
Wink News at the top and bottom of the hour.
Blah, 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 blah. Gear up for the liberal loudmouths at work. Drew Steele, mornings on 92.5 Fox News.
Sometimes you want to get things done fast. There's a lot of things in your life you would like to happen in a hurry. How about getting that water that's coming out of your faucet fixed? You know, have great tasting water instead of water that tastes bad like chlorine or chemicals. You thought about what it's doing to your skin or hair? Well, you hear me talk about Pelican Water, Pelican now Pentair Water Solutions. You can take care of your home's water today by calling Max. Make the call. Thousands of people already have done this. Make the call today. You're going to love the way your water tastes from every faucet with your new Pentair water treatment system. And there's a big difference when it comes to Panair water specialists, trained Pentair certified uniformed local experts like Max. He's awesome. They use state-of-the-art Pentair water tests so you can see what's in your water right there on the spot. The mobile showroom, you'll have a wider range of options to see in front of you, and they can maintain your system for you with their white glove service. Look, get it done now. Get it done fast. Call now for your free Panair water test and save 15% on your whole home water system. Here's the number, 239-880-7799. That's 239-880-7799, or book online at pelicanwestfl.com.
Hi, this is John Lawrence with CGU Homes, residential contractor in Southwest Florida. As a Naples native, my childhood is full of memories, from fishing the backwaters of the Everglades to helping my dad with home improvement projects. Today, I have the pleasure of watching my kids grow up, enjoying the same way of life. At CGU Homes, we understand building a home is more than drawings and budgets. It's about building lifelong memories for you and your family. I've been in the residential construction industry for over 20 years and have had the luxury of handpicking my team. When it comes to my team, I look for passion, innovation, and trustworthiness. You can trust CGU Homes to build with honesty and transparency through every step of the building process. So when you're ready to start a new chapter for your family, whether it's remodeling your existing home or building a brand new one, I invite you to see some of our past projects and learn more about us at cguhomes.com. That's cguhomes.com. And God bless the USA.
Hey, small business owners, this is Drew Steele. Look, things have been rough this year, and we want to help. Enter the Bounce Forward Together sweepstakes presented by Comcast Business, and you can win $5,000 and a 4-week professionally produced ad schedule on 92.5 Fox News. Log on to bounceforwardtogether.com, answer a few quick questions, and you'll be entered to win. That's bounceforwardtogether.com to enter to win $5,000 for your small business. No purchase necessary. See official rules for details.
Now more than ever, it's essential to have a primary care provider ready to care for you. Book your first appointment through Millennium Physician Group's telehealth service, MPG Connect, and get established with a care team who'll be there for you wherever and whenever you need. Primary and specialty care, walk-in centers, lab services, imaging centers, and COVID-19 evaluation and testing. Connect with Millennium Physician Group today and be ready for tomorrow. 844-CALL-MPG. 844-CALL-MPG, millenniumphysician.com.
Drew's College of Political Knowledge is presented by France Eye Care. Better vision, better life.
Attention, class. It's time for Drew's College of Political Knowledge.
It's Drew's College.
All right, let's go to Tony in Cape Coral. Tony.
Morning, Drew.
Good morning, sir. It's Drew's College of Political Knowledge. 4 questions on politics. The more you get right, the higher the degree. We'll see if you earn a PhD. An associate's degree question starts right now. Hey, Tony, who wrote the Star-Spangled Banner? Who was that person?
Francis Scott Key.
That is correct, sir. All right, and you got an associate's. We'll see if you get a bachelor's degree on this very question. Nancy Pelosi is the Speaker of the House. We know that, but she's also a representative. For what state?
The People's Republic of California.
That is correct, sir. In more ways than you like to know. All right, so you got a bachelor's. Let's see if you get a master's degree on this question. George H.W. Bush was president in 1990. Who was the vice president?
Dan Potato Quayle.
Oh, yeah, that's not, the whole spelling thing. Okay. Man, can you imagine going through life? That's your MO. That is correct, sir. All right, so you got a master's. Let's see if you get a PhD on this very question. All right, let's see. The President Johnson, LBJ, signed the Civil Rights Act in what decade?
The 1960s.
That is correct, sir. 1968 to be exact. All right, good for you. Look at you. You did a great job there, Tony. Congratulations. You're the smartest person on your phone, and you got yourself a PhD. You should go around this holiday season and brag profusely about it.
I feel so energized by this. It's going to take me through to the next year in fine fashion. Thank you so much.
Yeah, if it's this that takes you through and energizes you, we need to talk. You should call back later, and we need to probably have a conversation. Maybe a few things in your life. Okay. Thanks, Tony. We appreciate you.
This is Daybreak, 92.5 Fox News.
Dial star 2020. Friends, I care.
Trey Riddle, your host of The Drive here. There are some huge advancements in cataract surgery you need to know about, where they don't just remove the cataracts, but they bring patients better vision. Now, it's Dr. France and his team at France Eye Care that brought you the light adjustable lens. That helps you enhance the results of cataract surgery after the surgery, but now they're introducing the Vivity lens, which helps patients achieve an extended depth of focus, better night vision, and clearer distance vision. Dr. France is the first surgeon in Southwest Florida to bring you this revolutionary technology of Vivity. So give them a call today. France Eye Care. Dial from your cell star 2020. That's star 2020, or give them a ring at 239-418-0999. Dr. France takes care of me and my family's eyes. Let him take care of you.
Friends, I care.
Mel's Diner makes your holiday meals easy.
We're bringing back good times and great food.
This holiday season, Mel's Diner puts everyone in the spirit with Mel's Holiday Family Meals to Go. Serving up to 6 with entrees like Mel's famous slow-roasted turkey or grilled Virginia ham, $49.99. Chicken mac and cheese, rosemary citrus pork chops, or key lime haddock, $59.99. And Mel's famous award-winning baby back ribs, $69.99. Most meals come with mashed potatoes and veggies. Click melsdiners.com for details. It's from Mel's, so you know everything's fresh, and you couldn't prepare it for less. It's a bell-ringing deal. Mel's Holiday Family Meals to Go. Reserve yours today. Mel's Diner gift cards are available now with a 20% bonus. For example, buy a $25 gift card and get 30. It's the gift everyone will enjoy. Make it home for the holidays with Mel's Diner.
92.5 WFSX Estero. It's 8 o'clock on Southwest Florida's news and talk station, 92.5 Fox News.
This Wink News update is presented by New South Window Solutions. Find them online at newsouthwindow.com.
Now, this is a Wink News update.
I'm Lindsay Sablon with Wink News. There is a new red tide bloom near Lighthouse Beach Park on Sanibel. A bit of good news, the city says they have not seen dead fish wash up. Executive Valet, which is near Southwest International Airport, is now called Park Smart. They lost their lease on that property because of the pandemic. Those whose cars were parked at Executive Valet can now pick them up from Park Smart, which is on Global Parkway. Police raided Uptown Motors on Edward Street in Fort Myers. Police department says it started with a violation of improperly stored diesel fuel, but code enforcement found multiple parts of 2 stolen semi-trucks. So far, no arrests have been made. An attempted break-in turned deadly when a man was killed by a heavy stormproof window as he was trying to climb inside a home. The homeowners say the window has a broken spring. The Lee County Sheriff's Office says when 32-year-old Jonathan Hernandez tried to crawl in it, it came down with incredible force, leaving Hernandez hanging in the air, where he was later found dead. I'm Lindsay Sablon with Wink News.
Wink News traffic.
Traffic is slowing at the intersection of MLK and Evans. Eastbound delays. That is the only part of the intersection that is open. You cannot head west on MLK. If you usually take this route, the best thing you can do is take Michigan Avenue if you're heading west into downtown Fort Myers. Also delays if you are heading out in Collier County from a crash at Countryside Drive and Davis Boulevard. This is to the west of Santa Barbara, and it is delaying traffic for about a mile. That's your up-to-the-minute traffic. I'm Sabrina Katz. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
80 degrees for your Wednesday, as eventually we do become breezy, clouds and sunshine with an opportunity for some scattered rain by late this afternoon and primarily into this evening. Could even see a few showers hanging around overnight into Thursday morning before we do dry out, and you will feel that drier air for your beautiful and sunny Friday, as we do start with some 40s, highs in the 60s by the afternoon, 70s, but looking fantastic with a mixture of sun and clouds for the weekend. With Wink News, I'm meteorologist Matt Devitt, Weather Authority.
Wink News at the top and bottom of the hour.
More delightful than driving a convertible Bentley while wearing mink underpants.
92.5 Fox News. Right all along.
Hi, this is Earl Ron, president of New South Window. At New South, we are determined to build the best Florida window. Energy-efficient windows that stand up to heat and hurricanes. We call it the ultimate Florida window. Factory direct and guaranteed for life. New South has installed tens of thousands of windows across the state and has been named one of the fastest-growing window companies in the nation. And that is why we're New South proud.
Going on now. Save 35% off factory direct windows and doors. Visit newsouthwindow.com.
It's the holidays. Rock Solid wants this season to be your best ever. This year, your celebrations might be a little different. Rock Solid knows you'll be spending a lot more time at home. Give your family the gift of new kitchen countertops. Your new dream kitchen can be the centerpiece of all your holiday fun. Rock Solid promises fast installation, plenty of time for the holidays. And Rock Solid will give you a free sink, too. This holiday season, Rock Solid wants you to stay safe and stay healthy.
Rock Solid. We don't stop at just countertops.
Tee off for a great day of golf at Coral Oaks Golf Course in Cape Coral. Enjoy excellent playing conditions and a weekend special to play 18 holes for just $38 on Saturdays and Sundays after 11 a.m. Coral Oaks gift cards also make terrific holiday gifts for your favorite golfers. You can book tee times up to 7 days in advance and register for their upcoming golf schools at coraloaksgolf.com. We'll see you at Coral Oaks, where every day is a great day.
No matter what the holidays look like this year, give your family a gift of fun and memories with a new RV from La Mesa RV. From sporty Mercedes-powered motorhomes to luxury diesel pushers, there's an RV for every budget and lifestyle. Top brands like Winnebago, Fleetwood, and Integra. Plus, every RV is holiday priced. Let your holiday adventure begin at La Mesa RV. I-75 at Luckett Road in Fort Myers or LaMesaRV.com.
Dell Technologies' end-of-year sale is the perfect time to upgrade tech for your business. Save big on the latest computers powered by Intel Core processors for your small business. And don't forget to shop servers, storage, and thousands of top-brand electronics, all with free shipping. Call a Dell Technologies advisor who can help you find the right tech for your business needs at 877-ASK-DELL. That's 877-ASK-DELL.
Carolers! That's the holiday spirit. Speaking of which, Simply Safe Home Security is having a huge holiday sale. Right now, you can get 35% off a new system and a free camera at simplysafe.com/holiday. That's 35% off the system U.S. News named the best of 2020. Simply Safe protects your whole home 24/7 with monitoring by professionals. The sale ends soon, so go to simplysafe.com/holiday for 35% off and a free camera today.
From 92.5 Fox News.
It's the stuff Southwest Florida is talking about.
It's Daybreak. Now, here's the guy at the epicenter of what's important to those of us who live in Southwest Florida. Drew Steve.
Hey, good morning, Southwest Florida. So glad you're here. 239-479-5592. It's the talk and text line, and we stream live on YouTube for as long as they let us. You know how that works. At Drew Steele Radio, Steele with 3 E's. I wonder what the people there are saying. That's too funny. All right, and Facebook as well. So there you go. You get to see this mug. Look at me. Look at you. Matt Caldwell's supposed to be calling in any minute now. I'm not sure if he's there yet. I don't see anything on the call screen. But Jake will let me know. I guess he is. Matt Caldwell, are you there with us right now?
Hey, good morning, Drew.
Well, hey, good morning. It's like, I don't know. Did you expect more of a bigger introduction? Do we need trumpet fanfare for you? I wasn't sure. If you were there. That's my bad. That's on me. But hey, good morning. So yes, where are you? Are you in Southwest Florida right now? Because usually, you got all kinds of fun things that are going on. You're here in town, right?
I am here in town, and as soon as you guys are ready to open the studio, I'm excited to get back in there.
Yeah. I know that we all are, no doubt about it. It'd be nice to get back to a little bit of normalcy. Hey, speaking of which, boy, there are places that I want to go this morning. A couple of different things. Now that you open up that way, listen, the governor gets it. The governor yesterday at Okeechobee Steakhouse, letting restaurant workers know that he supports them and he backs them, and even more than that, it's going to take a lot, Matt, for people to really get it to click on the other side, if you will, that the numbers do not bear out what so many in this state are trying to do with shutting down this economy again, shutting down restaurants, shutting down everything. Obviously, we're in an election season now going on for 2022, but I'm glad that the governor stands up. I'm glad that he's talking about all of these things because this message needs to be heard.
Well, I think exactly, and he does get it. He sees the impact that shutting down back in the spring had on our economy, and he saw what that did in unemployment claims, in the impacts to school children when the districts closed. And so time and again, when these issues about, let's close, let's ban, let's put people back in their homes, he's knuckled down against local governments that really are too afraid of their own shadow to stand up and lead on this issue and recognize that people got to go to work. Yeah. People got to feed their families. We can't be a government dependency, some socialist dictatorship, and people got to get back to real life and deal with the challenge. There's a challenge, but deal with it in a real way.
Yeah, and that is that's so important that, number one, that people understand. And if you're listening to the sound of my voice, and even some people locally who get frustrated that we're talking about this, and how dare you say these kind of things, and the governor, and well, let's just remind everybody that in the state of New York, where they're getting ready to shut down anything and everything, hair salons, gyms, bars, restaurants, let's remember that the numbers bear out this. These are the numbers, the data. 74% of the cases that they're finding in New York are in private homes and in social gatherings. 1.43% of the cases can be traced to bars and restaurants. 0.14 cases can be traced to hair salons, 0.06 to gyms, 0.69 to churches and religious houses, and 1.5% to teachers and school employees. I mean, I can go down the line, but let's just put it this way. It's more like 1.6, 0.6, 0.6, as opposed to the 74% number that we see. Now, if you cared about the numbers in the data like the governor does, that doesn't make the case for shutting everything down that you want to shut down, especially restaurants and bars. And then the gall of these individuals to say, yeah, what we're going to do is we're going to shut all of this down. Where do you think they're going, Matt? Where are they going? If they don't go to a bar and restaurant, where are they going? They're going to socialize in their home and in their own gatherings where the cases are. It's like, it's nuts.
No, it's exactly right. Well, they're going to go into their homes, and if they have the means, they're going to leave New York, and they're going to come here, and they're going to try to find a place that values their ability to actually live life. I think you hit the nail right on the head. Too often you get people that run for office because they want to be somebody, and then they end up getting cowed into just doing something, as though doing something is the job that we've elected them for. No, what we've elected them to do is be a leader. And being a leader means taking a look at those numbers you just outlined and making a real informed decision that reflects the best interest of the people you've been elected to serve.
Yeah, and those that would not spread the proper information, that would not give that kind of information out to the citizens of Florida. You might question whether or not they would, take back an endorsement like the Orlando Sentinel did to Congressman Walz. What? I read this story the other day and I was like, wait a minute. They weren't just taking back the endorsement. They were like almost on their knees apologizing. They were like, please forgive us. Talk about this story.
Well, the Orlando Sentinel has really fallen off the rails. At this point, it's barely better than Mother Jones or Huffington Post for objectivity. So it really was a head scratcher that they even endorsed the Republican Congressman Walz up there in the Daytona Beach to Orlando area, Governor DeSantis' former congressional seat. And here he comes out a few weeks ago in support of the lawsuits, litigation to try to get the truth about what happened to the presidential election. Like all of us, who's afraid of actually taking these cases to court? If your reaction is, no, we can't even have our day in court and let the judiciary look at it, that's a pretty non-objective stance to take. But because of that, they wrote an article and just lambasted him and retracted their endorsement, said they should have never supported him, and nobody basically should ever vote for him again. It's really an obnoxious level of activism from the media.
It was like groveling, like, forgive us. We didn't know what we were doing. How could we imagine this would? It really was like that. It was almost hysterical. But again, that these are, it's not just national media, everybody. It's local, state. These are all the places we need to be concerned about when it comes to the messaging and getting and what they are willing to do to ask for forgiveness for something that they shouldn't have to do, for information that they don't want to give. There's always these concerns. And again, it's just reinforcing for a lot of people what we already know. But understanding that these are the things that you put in your tool belt when somebody walks up to you and says, oh, the media is not that bad. They don't do things like that. Yeah, they do.
Well, 100%. And the newspapers are really on a downward spiral. They've been losing business. Most of them really would cease to function if they hadn't been conglomerated by 2 or 3 big national companies. A lot of these would have shut down if they had to stand on their own 2 feet. But to stay relevant, they think they've got to get more and more outrageous. And so they've just plowed into their liberal leanings. What we all suspected about most of these, traditional media types and where they leaned and what they believed. Now they've just put the T-shirt on and they've gone out there. And frankly, I'd say good for it. Just be honest about it. If you're a reader, if you're out there looking at it as a voter, don't think it's some objective take on the situation. Recognize the fact that they're wearing a jersey. They're rooting for one side, and that's the tack they're going to take when they're giving you the news.
Yeah, Matt Caldwell joining us on Daybreak 92.5 Fox News. I always appreciate his perspective, and I also wanted to ask you about this because I brought this up earlier, and I wanted to get your take because it relates to the state of Florida, and I wonder if you agree with this. There are people that are saying things, and you even mentioned it, that there are people that are going to leave New York, they're going to leave New Jersey, they're going to leave Connecticut, they'll leave California, they're going to leave all of these places because they don't want to live under tyranny. They want to breathe the air of liberty. Somebody said that to me the other day. They were here from Colorado, and they just walked up and took a big breath, and they said, "Ah, liberty. The breath is so beautiful." It's like, yeah, because when you're in Florida, it's a lot different than some of these other states and what they're doing when it comes to COVID, right? But the other thing is this. I'm concerned, and I don't know how you balance this. On the heels of the news that Oracle is moving from Silicon Valley to Austin, Texas, $39 billion a year behemoth, as Breitbart describes it. They're moving from Silicon Valley to Texas, Austin, Texas to be exact. There is kind of a little political connection there. Austin, Texas, when you think of Austin, Texas, it ain't conservative just because it's in Texas. So then the other question becomes, Matt, how do you balance this? Because Oracle's going to move. The governor is excited, but those people move with them. They don't bring in people into Oracle that live in Texas that are breathing the sweet air of liberty and are conservatives. Quite the contrary. They take them with them. I worry about that kind of movement because that's the kind of movement that turns Florida blue, that turns Texas blue. What do you make?
Well, it absolutely is the risk. And the challenge is to educate and activate those people that believe what you and I do. And so, it's easy to just.
Well, did we lose
rowing in the same direction?
Oh, sorry. I thought we lost you for a second there. Sorry. Go ahead, Matt.
No, it's super easy to just get complacent and say, hey, everything's working right now. But there's an election every 2 years. And coming up in 22, Governor DeSantis, he only won after that recount by about 30,000 votes out of 8 million. And if we had come on the wrong side of that, it'd be a totally different state right now. So when you talk about all these new folks moving in, bringing their perspective, their values, look, mostly those are informed by their experiences. They lived in California for all those years. If they're going to come here, it's on us. It's on us to get out there and explain to them why we've made the choices we make. It's not easy being a conservative, by the way. We know that. That's why we listen to folks like yourself, Drew, to get that kind of sustenance each day to go out there and fight that fight. But that means that you can't just stay home. It means when the election time comes around, even before that, you got to get involved. You got to knock on the doors. You got to make the phone calls. You got to be going out to the clubs and advocating to your friends and neighbors and explaining to them why they can't just take it for granted. I mean, if you just look at all of the registered Republicans, if all the ones that should vote did vote, the Democrats would never win any election. The fact that it's ever even close is just a question of, did enough of our folks get out there and make a difference and make an impact? And that's ultimately where this is headed, because we're not going to be able to stop it. We've done so well. You know, that success is a big flashing neon bulb that says, come here, and people are going to be drawn here. And then it's up to us to really convert them in their minds and in their hearts to understand why they need to support the policies that have made this a success.
Yeah, it's such a shame that in 2020, in the presidential election, we just couldn't motivate Trump supporters to get out and vote. If we only could have motivated the base and got them to vote, we probably could have had a really good chance of winning the election. See what I did there? See what? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'm not saying it's not over, but I'm kind of saying for me it's not over. I'm not ready to move on yet, Matt. You know, you don't have to comment on it. You can sit back if you don't want to say anything, because there are a lot of people that are just like, okay, I'm moving on to Georgia. Look, I can walk and chew gum at the same time. I could still hope that we've got a fight here with the with electors come January 6th, and there's some things that we can still maneuver around and pull off, and the concerns, because they're legitimate concerns, because you see them and you see the fraud and we know it exists. It's not imagined. And we can also look at Georgia, which, by the way, why don't we look at Georgia for a second? Yesterday I had a chance to talk with Jessica Anderson. She's with Heritage Action, and she was there on the ground in Georgia. And, you know, the talk about getting out the vote and how important it's going to be to have the kind of numbers that we just talked about that we're going to need to win in Georgia. Man, I got to tell you, though, I'm still worried about if we're looking at a presidential election and how that went down. I guess the good news is that with only one state to focus on, you can hyper-focus on it instead of trying to spread out your resources across the country. I guess that's the good news. The other side of the coin is, man, how do we trust everything that's happening? What do you feel right now, and what are you hearing?
Well, I think you've hit the nail on the head. You got to.
That's like 3 or 4 nails on the head today from you, Matt Caldwell. For me, I'm hitting nails all over the place.
Out there building things. You know, this is an opportunity for the entire country to make their impact felt and make a statement. And if you're angry about what happened in November, take that anger, take that energy, and focus it on this election, because this can make a difference. Look, you got Senator Perdue got 49% in that general election. Now he's in a runoff. And you could say, okay, we just got to get a little bit more and he wins. Well, what that really says is 51% voted against him. And so you got to convert hearts and minds, or you got to turn out new people. You know, one of my hats I wear here locally is with the Republican Party. We're doing phone banking on Saturday mornings at the headquarters here from Fort Myers, because we care about what's going to happen for the future of our country. And that's what your listeners need to be focused on. If you've got all this anger, all this pent up energy because of what happened in November, and you're saying, what can I do? Well, you got a chance right now to do something, to get out there and push to see that victory happen and get a vote share large enough that it doesn't matter what they do in Atlanta, that they can't overwhelm us if we turn out the vote in the rest of that state.
Boy, I hope you're right. I mean, you are right about the fact that there are people that can do things to help. And again, it goes to walking and chewing gum at the same time. You can do them both, everybody. You can do it both. You can have, you could keep an eye on what's going on still at the federal level and keep an eye on that situation. And at the same time, you can pivot and understand what's at stake. If we were, listen, if we lose the 2 Senate seats, then all bets are off for just about anything you can imagine as a firewall. It's toast. And it's that serious. And I can't even imagine. I mean, look, we got Pete Buttigieg is going to be the Department of Transportation head, possibly. That's the same guy that they had to call Domino's Pizza, if you remember, in 2019 to fix the potholes in South Bend. That's how bad it was. They reached out to Domino's to get money for the potholes because Pete Buttigieg couldn't get it done. These are the kind of people that we're going to have at the head of departments that I can't even imagine what the education's going to be like. But I guess you could. Again, these are all going to have pretty serious consequences.
It's a redux of 2008. I mean, almost to a person, Biden is bringing in all of these Obama veterans, plus a few, folks from the Democratic primary, like Pete, Kamala, the folks he's got to, scratch their itch for having backed him after he won. Mm-hmm. But if you're looking at the future of the country, do we want to go through 08, 09 again? And we've got a choice right now. We got a way to impact that outcome. And I'm the optimist, right? After Obama, we then had 2010 with the Tea Party wave. We swept to the highest number of Republican seats at the state level since the 1920s. And I think that kind of organization, that's where people have to, again, pour their energy and their frustration into getting turnout and numbers that make it unassailable. That doesn't matter what they do in Philadelphia or Atlanta or in Lansing. We're able to win because we get our people turned out.
All right, quickly, just get your thoughts on this. I've been railing about the panhandler situation in Southwest Florida. You're seeing it. What's going? This uptick in panhandlers in Lee County it's getting crazy, Matt. I mean, is it just me or is it? I mean, I only bring this up because I want to know who they are. I care about their situation. If they truly are needy, we need to know. But I'm also hearing people saying, well, we're growing, Matt. Big city. We're starting to become bigger. And the bigger we get, we're going to have these issues. No. That's not the answer. We don't have panhandling issues and homeless issues because we're getting bigger. That only happens because we allow it to happen and we don't address it. Yeah, you have a comment?
Well, I do think I've seen a few more. I think it's the holiday season, first of all. So
but Matt, before that's the point I was making. Before the holiday season, there was an uptick. The summer is when I noticed it. But anyway, having said that, go ahead.
Well, it is a challenge. You talk about it. When I was in the legislature, it's one of our most difficult things to deal with because your homeless population, by and large, are people that struggle with mental illness, they struggle with drug addiction and alcoholism, and getting them to accept help is a big challenge. And then you've got absolutely, there's no denying, a group of people who are criminal in terms of they see an opportunity. They're not really struggling with anything. Frankly, they may be doing very well financially, but they put on some dirty clothes. We've seen plenty of those NBC and Dateline exposés where they go out there and they're taking advantage of folks. Mm-hmm. And it really just, I think we're a bigger target now. I think when somebody says, well, we're a bigger community, I think that means we're a bigger target. So I'm suspicious that you're seeing an uptick and an increase in people that are trying to take advantage of a very charitable and successful community down here, rather than the people that are really struggling with problems. Because there's people available for that. You got community ministries over there in Dunbar. You got Salvation Army. You got numerous organizations that are serving people that are truly in need.
Yeah, it's their mission. This is their mission. This is what they do. Yeah, absolutely. There's no doubt. All right, we got to run, Matt Caldwell. There's a lot going on. I apologize. Matt Caldwell joining us on Daybreak 92.5 Fox News. All right, my friend. Thanks so much. All the best.
Always a pleasure.
All right, we'll see you soon. All right, it's Daybreak 92.5 Fox News, right all along.
This is 92.5 Fox News. 92.5 Fox News.
Hey, it's Drew Steele, and you know what I'm talking about. People are working from home. The kids are home alone. Maybe you're schooling from home. There's a lot of situations where losing your electricity not only creates problems, man, it compounds them, right? People are anxious. Some feel powerless, but you do have control of your power. Look, your home is your sanctuary, so secure your home and get the peace of mind you deserve with a Generac automatic standby generator from the #1 Generac dealer in the nation. That's Generator Supercenter. They've got turnkey solutions and easy financing options. Call today for a free estimate. 239-887-6090. That's 887-6090.
I wish people would learn to come in sooner. Unfortunately, by the time they come in our stores, they're almost desperate. They've been struggling trying to find a solution for their problem. They're looking with hope in their eyes. You've got to be able to help me.
You're listening to Beth, an arch support specialist at the Good Feet store.
A construction guy comes in and told me, I'm afraid I'm going to get fired. My feet hurt so bad, I can't do what I need to do at work. You gotta help me. It's unbelievable how quickly the product changes some things for some people.
For over 20 years, we've been helping people live the life they love without letting their feet get in the way.
When you're able to help them work more efficiently, more comfortably, and they're back and doing things that they've been wanting to do, things that they've missed. I go home every day proud of what I've done.
See what we can do for you with a free personalized arch support fitting at the Good Feet store.
Call 552-FEET or visit us in Naples or our newest store in Fort Myers.
So, Dave, what if your water heater dies?
Oh, man. No hot water? Helen's gonna lose it. Probably be the last straw for her.
No, wait a minute.
She'll have a lawyer before I even know what's happening.
Dave.
Splitting up our stuff, the kids.
Dave.
And I'm stuck trying to sell half a house with no water heater.
Dave, get a hold of yourself.
What?
So, what's the best case scenario?
Well, okay. Best case? All right. I make one phone call. Somebody's here today, gets it fixed up, no mess, no problem. Helen doesn't even know it happened.
That's best?
Well, sure, but...
That's best. Best Home Services. They have 4 plumbing trucks on standby right now, waiting for something to go wrong at your house.
Right now?
Right now.
My water heater's fine, right?
It's fine. For now.
Oh, man.
When something goes wrong, we're waiting.
No lawyers?
You're good.
Hey, small business owners, this is Drew Steele. Look, things have been rough this year, and we want to help. Enter the Bounce Forward Together sweepstakes presented by Comcast Business, and you can win $5,000 and a 4-week professionally produced ad schedule on 92.5 Fox News. Log on to bounceforwardtogether.com, answer a few quick questions, and you'll be entered to win. That's bounceforwardtogether.com to enter to win $5,000 for your small business. No purchase necessary. See official rules for details.
Dunkin's Diamonds invites you to our greatest Christmas sale ever. With Christmas just around the corner, everything in the entire store is specially priced right now with tremendous savings. Christmas will be here before you know it, so now's the time to buy everything from diamonds to the most fashionable jewelry at unbeatable prices. We guarantee you will be amazed and find great gifts for everyone on your list. This Christmas sale at Dunkin's Diamonds is the largest ever. Now's the time to save. Come see us. You can enjoy Dunkin's Diamonds layaway or save with fantastic holiday financing plans. People come from all over because we will not be undersold by anyone, anywhere. It's definitely worth the drive to Dunkin's Diamonds. Save during this huge Christmas sale. Dunkin's Diamonds for the best prices on diamonds and fine jewelry. We work very hard to make you happy because we believe in love. Come see us.
Dunkin's Diamonds, US 41, Gulf Coast Town Center, and Naples at Mercado.
This Wink News Update is presented by Stevie Tomato Sports Page in Fort Myers, Cape Coral, and Naples.
Now, this is a Wink News Update.
I'm Lindsay Sablon with Wink News. Construction crews are working on the new Amazon distribution center. The goal is to get items to your door quicker. The building is at the corner of Davis and Collier Boulevard. Consumer goods will go to the property, then be sorted and organized and stocked by employees for sale. 3 people from Fort Myers are dead after a crash hundreds of miles away. The Texas Department of Public Safety says 50-year-old Timothy Mankin and passengers Brittany Triglia and Maria Triglia also died. Investigators say they hit the back of a semi on December 9th. Police raided Uptown Motors on Edward Street in Fort Myers. Police department says it started with a violation of improperly stored diesel fuel, but code enforcement found multiple parts of 2 stolen semi-trucks. So far, no arrests have been made. An attempted break-in turned deadly when a man was killed by a heavy stormproof window as he was trying to climb inside a home. The homeowners say the window has a broken spring. The Lee County Sheriff's Office says when 32-year-old Jonathan Hernandez tried to crawl in it, it came down with incredible force, leaving Hernandez hanging in the air, where he was later found dead. I'm Lindsay Sablon with Wink News.
Wink News Traffic.
Traffic is slowing at the intersection of MLK and Evans. Eastbound delays. That is the only part of the intersection that is open. You cannot head west on MLK. If you usually take this route, the best thing you can do is take Michigan Avenue if you're heading west into downtown Fort Myers. Also delays if you are heading out in Collier County from a crash at Countryside Drive and Davis Boulevard. This is to the west of Santa Barbara, and it is delaying traffic for about a mile. That's your up-to-the-minute traffic. I'm Sabrina Katz. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
80 degrees for your Wednesday, as eventually we do become breezy, clouds and sunshine with an opportunity for some scattered rain by late this afternoon and primarily into this evening. Could even see a few showers hanging around overnight into Thursday morning before we do dry out, and you will feel that drier air for your beautiful and sunny Friday, as we do start with some 40s, highs in the 60s by the afternoon, 70s, but looking fantastic with a mixture of sun and clouds for the weekend. With Wink News, I'm meteorologist Matt Devitt, Weather Authority.
Wink News at the top and bottom of the hour.
When your liberal relatives from up north come for a month, turn up 92.5 Fox News in the house, in the car, and on the radio at the beach. 92.5 Fox News. Run all along.
Steven Tomatoes, sports page. Come for the food, stay for the sports.
It's Big Al from Stevie Tomatoes Sports Page. Do you feel like you're the forgotten person in this great country, working hard all your life and contributing to this country's greatness, but taken for granted by our politicians' quest for voters, using their slogan, more taxes will set you free? At Stevie's, you are not forgotten. We love our customers and never want them to feel forgotten. We deliver the value you deserve with our food, service, and pricing. Making our customers feel special is our happiness. As the owner of Stevie Tomatoes, we cater to the forgotten person. Those of you who go about every day doing what it takes for them and their family while contributing to this country's greatness, its culture and values. I personally invite you to allow us to be a small part of what makes you feel special, and we promise to obtain your complete satisfaction. I guarantee it. For daily specials, go to StevieTomato.com. Stevie Tomato Sports Page in Cape Coral, Fort Myers, and Naples. Come, come, come.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Cathedral Roofing Innovations, the tile roof experts in Southwest Florida. They have an important message for anyone who has had these three things happen. Now, if you answer yes to all three, you have to call Cathedral Roofing Innovations today. 1, did you file any roof damage claim to your insurance company in the last 3 years? 2, do you have a tile roof? 3, did your insurance company deny your claim and only pay for a small repair? Look, I know thousands of you listened and answered yes to all three questions. Now, even if your claim was denied, there are still ways to get your new tile roof. Do not let the opportunity to increase the value of your home go by. In some cases, we're talking about $75,000 to $100,000. It's not too late. Now, all you have to do is contact Cathedral Roofing Innovations. Just go to cathedralroofingnaples.com right now to start increasing the value of your home. That's cathedralroofingnaples.com.
License number CCC 1331928.
You may not know it, but male performance during intimate moments requires proper blood flow, which only gets worse with age. The result? All men experience some level of performance issues over time, from decreased firmness all the way to chronic ED. At Metro Men's Health, our goal is to provide you with the most effective treatment for performance issues. Years ago, we used to use the same technology as other clinics, but didn't settle for one-size-fits-all treatments or outdated wave technology. Should you? We've developed new patent-pending technology called Linear Piezo Energy Protocol, allowing us to create treatment plans specifically to you. We've helped thousands of men achieve consistent, longer-lasting results, and those results can be yours, too. Your condition will only get worse with time. Don't wait. Call Metro Men's Health to schedule your evaluation at 239-599-9900, 239-599-9900, or visit us at metromenshealth.com.
Hi, this is John Lawrence with CGU Homes Residential Contractor in Southwest Florida. As a Naples native, my childhood is full of memories, from fishing the backwaters of the Everglades to helping my dad with home improvement projects. Today, I have the pleasure of watching my kids grow up, enjoying the same way of life. At CGU Homes, we understand building a home is more than drawings and budgets. It's about building lifelong memories for you and your family. I've been in the residential construction industry for over 20 years and have had the luxury of handpicking my team. When it comes to my team, I look for passion, innovation, and trustworthiness. You can trust CGU Homes to build with honesty and transparency through every step of the building process. So when you're ready to start a new chapter for your family, whether it's remodeling your existing home or building a brand new one, I invite you to see some of our past projects and learn more about us at cguhomes.com. That's CGUHOMES.com. And God bless the USA.
Trust. It's the rock-solid foundation of Moran Wealth Management. Over 40 years ago, they began advising clients on ways to help meet their financial goals. 4 decades later, we've helped many reach their goals of providing for themselves, their families, and future generations. CEO Tom Moran has assembled an impressive team of professionals, each committed to the same core concept. Tom is recognized by Barron's as a Hall of Fame advisor. To be named a Hall of Fame advisor, the advisor has to have been ranked by Barron's consecutively for the last 10 years in any of their rankings. Let us earn your trust. Call 239-920-4440 or visit MoranWM.com. Barron's rankings are based on data provided by thousands of advisors. Factors included in the rankings were assets under management, revenue produced for the firm, regulatory record, length of service, quality of practice, and client retention. Investment products and services are offered through Wells Fargo Advisors Financial Network, LLC, WFAFN. Member SIPC. Moran Wealth Management is a separate entity from WFAFN.
This is 92.5 Fox News.
All right, it's Daybreak, 92.5 Fox News. Get ready to call because we do the thing each and every day where we take your phone calls, whatever it is that's on your mind leading up to the end of the program. That's coming up. But first, the top 5 audio clips of the day. It's the 5 at 8:35.
Drew's Top 5 at 8:35 is brought to you by Moran Wealth Management. Isn't it time to review your portfolio options? Go to MoranWM.com.
Drew's 5 at 8:35.
Number 5.
President Trump supported the Texas lawsuit at the Supreme Court, and a lawsuit that President-elect Biden called an assault on democracy. How is it not anti-democratic to try to nullify 20 million votes?
I think pursuing legitimate litigation through the judicial system is in no way assaulting democracy. In fact, it's using Democrat institutions in the manner they are to be used.
Yeah, that is right. Kayleigh McEnany schooling some of the press out there who's saying, isn't it anti-democratic? All these votes are going to be 20 million people disenfranchised. And she's saying, no, we're going through the process, the constitutional republic that we are. All you out there saying, we're democracy, it's democracy, it's Trump, ruining democracy. Okay, we're a constitutional republic. I hope you're not teaching that in schools. You should do better than that, hopefully. I don't think that the teachers would be doing that. But maybe some people at the upper echelons of our district may have a problem with that because they hate Trump and DeSantis so much. But I digress. That Kayleigh McEnany's like, no, we're going through the process. It's the constitutional process. We're trying to ensure the integrity of the vote. You see the difference? Because they're, for all the 20 million that are disenfranchised because the president wants to take away those votes. Hey, what about everybody else's vote that was disenfranchised because of the fraud that was taking place during the election? I'm just asking it. If it's there, if there's fraud and there's evidence, we should try to seek it out and get answers. And with the Electoral College and what the Congress will be voting on and getting together on January 6th, we should be able to talk about that at least, right?
Number 4.
You accept Joe Biden as the president-elect and congratulate him?
It's not for me to do. Well, here's what I would say. Obviously we did our thing in Florida. The college voted. What's got to happen. But I can tell you, I think a lot of the frustration for folks that supported the president was, we were 4 years with no people not accepting him. I mean, Hillary, the last week of the election, was saying Putin stole it.
Yeah. Just the other day, Governor DeSantis was like, "Oh, you're not recognizing President-elect Biden like everybody else is," and he's like, "Well, hold on a second. I'm just asking the question. I mean, everybody else was saying that Putin and Trump and it's not a legitimate election and not a legitimate president and everything. Hey, do we get to ask those questions too?"
Number 3.
Following the Biden transition for us, joining us from Atlanta, Georgia, Jeff, the president-elect. He's back on the campaign trail with his own victory affirmed by the Electoral College now. He's fighting for the Senate. Give us the latest development.
Well, President-elect Joe Biden, rather.
I'm sorry. The New York Post had this Freudian slip, or does the Joe Biden era already feel a little old? It's a CNN reporter who accidentally referred to the president-elect as, Joe Biden, as Joe Obama during a live shot on Tuesday. There's a lot of that going on when you consider all the people that Biden wants to bring into a Biden administration that have some connection to Barack Obama. It's almost as if Barack Obama never left Washington, D.C., like he has a house there, and he stayed in Washington, D.C. to kind of get all of his buddies together to try to figure out a way to make it so that if 2020 turned out to be for the Democrat, that they could put all those people back in place and bring the old band back together. And you know what that means. I'm just saying.
Number 2.
This is one of the misperceptions here. Just because you get vaccinated with that second dose does not mean you should be participating in things like traveling in the middle of an out-of-control pandemic or that you're liberated from masks. Mm-hmm. Everything still applies until all of us get the 2-dose regimen.
Okay. So there's MSNBC's, who is that, Vin Gupta? Is that his name? Who is saying, listen, just want to let everybody know, just because you get vaccinated after the second dose doesn't mean that you should be like traveling or you're liberated from masks or you can go back to work or you can have a normal life or you can hug your kids or maybe go to a nursing home and spend the last minutes of a loved one's life with them in person as opposed to looking through a window, which is something that has been happening. So how does this all work then?
Number 1.
Honk for your next United States Senator, John Ossoff.
There's Joe Biden, who, I guess at a rally yesterday for John Ossoff, wanted everybody to honk for John Ossoff. You know, John Ossoff, Javier Baccaria, Pete Buttigieg, you know, what's in a name? I mean, that's
Drew's 5 at 8:35.
Who knows these things? I mean, it's so hard. It gets confusing in politics. You have all these personalities. You have all these people that come along and, you know, they have things to say and you're concerned about them. And who knows? Oh, wait, the president-elect has a message for us, everybody.
You know, excuse me. More than that. Excuse me.
You think his wife would give him a lozenge? She's a doctor. 239-479-5592. There's the talk and text line. Anytime you'd like to call, which would be right now, because right now we open up the phone lines to talk about anything you would like to talk about. We do it each and every day. And Jake, do we have some folks on the line right now? I see some people that were holding. Did they hold through the break? The question would be. You can just give me a yes or no so I know whether or not anybody is there. 239-479-5592. We go to your phone calls right now because, look, we do the thing.
You know the thing. You know the thing. You know the thing. You know the thing.
Mark's in Naples. I'm not sure if Mark's still holding. I know he was on before the break. Is Mark still there in Naples? Good morning, Mark. Is he there? Am I here? Are you there? Is anybody back at the studio? Jake, are you there? Okay. How about Clint? Is Clint there in Fort Myers? Clint, are you with us right now? Okay. Not hearing anything from anybody. 239-479-5592. Not a peep. Not even Jake. Nobody. Did everybody leave the building? Is there something I should know? All right. Anyway, a couple of things I wanted to mention before we finish out the program. I'll keep an eye on whether or not there are people that will be calling to do the thing. But the governor had a few things to say. You know, we talked about how the governor declined to acknowledge Biden as president-elect, and everybody's like, oh, this is awful. There's a couple of things he did recognize yesterday that was very important as he was at the Okeechobee Steakhouse. And that restaurants are not the main driver of cases of COVID. And that he respects restaurant workers and how important it is to understand that there are families that are in need, especially this holiday season, that the governor stands with restaurant workers and owners.
Really think the folks in this industry work very hard, and I think that they've had to go through a lot of uncertainty. We've obviously really put a priority on making sure that they had the right to put food on the table for their families, but also just understanding that the evidence at this point does not show that restaurants are a significant draw. It doesn't mean it can't happen. Obviously, when you're contact tracing and you find some, that's fine, but that could happen just as much in a home or anywhere else.
Okay, so what is he talking about? New York is getting ready to shut the whole place down, everything here at the holiday season. Families who need to pay their mortgages, need to feed their families and the like. And you've got all of these cases, 700,000 COVID-19 cases confirmed overall since the pandemic began in March. Contact tracing has been a challenge. But they're saying that nearly 74% of cases in New York are the result of transmission in households or social gatherings. What about the rest of it? Well, 1.43% is the amount of cases that have been traced back to bars and restaurants. So when the governor here in the state of Florida says the numbers don't match up, so what you're going to do is you're going to shut down hair salons in New York. By the way, 0.14% of cases. You're going to shut down gyms. Hey, by the way, 0.06% of cases. You're going to shut down churches. Yeah, 0.69%. Teachers and school employees, yeah, 1.5% cases there. College students, 2.02%. Travelers in and out of the state, 1.6%. But you're going to shut down all of these industries to tell people that they need to go home, and they're going to have private functions, and they're going to have social gatherings in their home where 74% of the cases are. Does that make any sense to you? I'm just asking. At least the governor gets it. All right, let's see. Who's there? Richard's in North Fort Myers. Hello, Richard.
How we doing today?
We're doing good. What's your thing today, Richard? Go ahead.
Well, my curiosity is, and this is a question I've tried calling in several times to get an answer to, but I end up never getting through. But I'm just trying to figure out how stupid that the Democrat Party thinks that the American people are, especially when they continue to try to claim that there is no voter fraud. But yet all these counties that have over 100%, upwards of 350% voter turnout, that's a pretty obvious fraud. So how are they justifying those numbers? And how is it that...
Well, Richard, they're not... Well, the thing is, they're not justifying them. They're just passing them by. They're not letting you hear enough about it. They're just saying that, listen, stuff happens, but it doesn't mean that there's rampant fraud going on throughout the country and Dominion voting machines and the questions about the people that are connected with the machines and the software and how certain individuals that are connected with the software that just happen to have connections with the Chinese Communist Party, but we don't want to talk about that and those connections, and is that even possible? And we should at least explore these possibilities. They get away with it by not talking about it. Eric's in Fort Myers. Eric wanted to talk about something that I brought up earlier about companies migrating to Florida, as you've got Oracle going to Texas, going to Austin. Be careful what you wish for. It's one way that there are people that are concerned that you bring blue voters into red states. What do you think about that, Eric?
Well, first of all, Drew, what I would say is that, the governor of Texas and our governor here in Florida, okay, if these companies want to come to our state, then what you do is, you give them a tax break, but you tell them, okay, you have to hire people in our state. Those people that are coming with you cannot come, or you don't get a tax break.
I think that might be rough, because what if there are not qualified people in the state and it could get them quickly? I mean, how many people are we talking about? If they bring 1,000 people workforce over, I'm not really sure what the number would be. Let's say it's 500 people. Could they find 500 people in Texas to supplement the people that they're sending out? That I think that there may be some issues there.
Everybody's got to learn sometime, Drew.
Yeah.
I mean, even when I started working up north, I had no experience in microelectronics, and I was trained right on my job.
Yeah. Well, that's a thought there, Eric in Fort Myers. I appreciate the call. Mark's in Naples. Is Mark still there in Naples, Jake, or is he gone? Oh gosh.
Hey, Mark's still in Naples.
All right, there you go. And it sounds like you're in a wind tunnel. It's a beautiful thing. Go ahead, Mark.
Hey, sorry about that.
That's okay.
heading to Marco Island. But I just
Beautiful
wanted to reiterate what you and Matt were talking about. I want to say don't California our Texas, and don't New York my Florida.
Oh, okay, well, there you go. And we maybe even leave it at that. Look, again, the concern that people have is that you have transplants that come here that will bring their politics with them. Now, there are those that say, no, that doesn't happen. When people move here from New York, they're escaping from New York. They made a movie out of it. Everybody knows Escape from New York, right? Who was that? Was it Kurt Russell that was Escape from New York? Is that right? Jake doesn't know. But they're not interested in having those politics. They know how destructive those politics can be. It's when you have major multi-billion-dollar companies where the states are like, woo, this is awesome. Come on, bring it. Yes, bring your company. And the tax dollars we'll get and the individuals that will come as well and the benefit to the state. This is beautiful, and applauding all of that. Some people are stepping back and saying, be careful what you wish for, because those companies bring tens, well, hundreds, maybe thousands of people along with them, especially Silicon Valley, that are thinking, hey, listen, there's another motivation here. Florida's a beautiful place. Let's just say in Oracle's case, it's Texas. Texas is beautiful. Texas has shorelines. You know, if you go into the Austin, Texas area, you're not too far from some of the beauty that Texas has to offer. And this would be a wonderful thing. And I get to keep my job, and the taxes are pretty low, so I can even keep more of my tax dollars, and that's sweet. But I'm not really all about the politics in the state. I've never been a fan of the politics. It's just that in California, they got a little carried away. We can bring our brand of Silicon Valley liberalism and maybe tweak it a little bit and make it work. That's the concern. All right, let's find out what's going on with the remainder of the forecast. Here is Wink News meteorologist Matt Devitt.
80 degrees for today with clouds and sunshine on a breezy day, and then eventually later